Okay, guys, we are live. So, for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this evening. Actually, this morning. I guess it depends where you are. This afternoon, we're calling. Today, we are going to be continuing on with episode 2 of our ongoing campaign, playing Jeff Talanian's super cool, Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. And with me this morning, to venture into the blasted land of Tula, are the stars of the Saturday morning sessions. So it'll just be like Saturday morning cartoons, only a lot more violent. I'll go in order that I got you guys on the screens here. First up, Carl, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hello, my name is Carl Rodriguez. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm playing Iphigenia Akantodoros. She is a warlock death soldier.
Nice. Next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen Walker. I'm playing Yason, the Chimerian Berserker. Hit level 2 last time, so going to be even better at smashing things.
Nice. And next up is George.
I'm George Strayton. I'm playing Mallow Black, who is a Chimeri Celt warlock, and I am still level 1. So I will do my best.
Because you want to do it all. I want to fight.
That's right. I'm going to fight, cast magic, everything.
Next up is Colin.
Yeah, I'm Colin Green, aka Spike Pit, and I will be playing Kane the Hammerer. He is a Chimeri Sumerian cross, I guess. And he's looking to get into some hammering.
Nice. Next up is Will.
My name's Will Arnold, and I'm playing a monk named Amar Khalsa Singh, who is a Sikh from the either 18th or 17th century. I forget.
Nice.
Cool.
And last but not least is Robert.
Hi, I'm Robert, and I'm playing Reagan. Actually, she's a Celt Viking mix and Runegraver.
Nice. And maybe what I'll do is I'll put your tokens underneath your characters here, so we know who everyone is here. Let's see. I would have been wiser to have done that before we went live, but what are you going to do? All right, so Malo, looks like you're still rocking some damage there from last time.
Oh, yes, I can update. I didn't know if we were keeping them or we were...
No, you guys will have had an opportunity to heal, but what we're going to open this session with is another cutscene. So the scene opens on the... what we see is this galley that's crashing along this coastline, and the coastline is if you have been watching last episode, it's the same coastline where our first episode started. This ship is full of people moving around, but on the prow of the ship is this young woman who is looking out at the desolate land to her left, and the land looks very much like what we see on the screen right now. It is there are black, slick cliffs. There's a stony beach at the base of it, and there's blackened waters that seem to stretch out in every direction. Above, there are thick, overcast clouds. So really, there's not so much. It is daylight, but it has that gray, diffused kind of quality to it that you can see in the picture as well. The person who's standing on the prow of the ship, I think one of the things she is questioning is whether her father shared this same view, because this person is Reagan. And Robert, why don't you tell us what Reagan looks like? Now, I've picked the picture beforehand, so this may not be what she actually looks like.
Right, well, I'll be looking for something as well, but for now,
Okay.
I'm sure whatever you have is a good placeholder. Although I don't see one, but on my screen.
Do you not see the token underneath? Hold on. Underneath your...
No.
Do you guys see Reagan under his... you may need to...
They seem to be not aligned.
Oh, you know what? Because,
Oh, well, yeah, I think they're only aligned for Kevin.
yeah. You guys have control over your
That
map,
seems
so
fair.
you may be all over the place.
But I
Yeah,
don't
in the
know
roll
where
point,
my-
it looks right.
Here we go. My token's over here. That's why I need to go right. Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. So actually, she's much more auburn hair than that. So her hair is actually fairly dark, but red with some highlights of blonde in it because of being in the sun a fair bit. She's somewhat tall for a woman. I can't remember. I have her at 5.5 feet. I guess that's not all that tall in this setting. She's a little bit stocky, but it's mostly muscle, and she's just kind of looking forward and very calm appearing on the outside. Her movements are quite economical. You almost get the sense that she might be stronger than what her build actually shows, just
Okay.
because she knows how to use her strength. But yeah, she's just kind of looking forward. And again, as you said, kind of wondering if her father saw these same waters and or seen.
Okay. So what she's sort of looking out, and you can hear the behind her. There's someone who's barking orders to some of the other people on the deck, and this guy has he's got a really long, like kind of dirty blonde beard, and it's sort of pulled into two different like braids. And this is, of course, Captain Gormal Twobeards, who is the captain of the Gallant. And he's, telling people, what to do, to check things. And at that moment, Reagan, while you're sort of staring off into the, onto the things. Oh, guys, I'm going to ask you to not move your tokens just yet. When you hear someone call out from further back on the ship, What is that? And you sort of turn back, and then you're awake.
Okay.
And you're cold. And you're hungry. And you look around, and basically what you see on the screen is what you see. You are in the middle of the Borean tundra. You have been traveling for about 2 days now, but you're not alone. Sitting watch over a smoldering small campfire is another woman. And Carl, why don't you tell us what Iphigenia looks like?
Right. Iphigenia is she is tall for a woman. She's 6'1". She's Amazonian. She has long black hair, striking blue eyes, but you can't really see what her face looks like because she wears a mask. She tells you, if you ask, that she was burned and had in the fire as a child.
Okay. So there's this fairly grim-looking woman who is sitting over the watch over the fire, and there are two other figures that are with you. You look over and you can see that there is the big burly Viking who survived the wreck as well. His name is Eagle, Egil, and at his feet, stirring and bringing himself to, trying to bring himself up to his to sitting position, is Captain Gormal Twobeards. But you can see that his legs have been completely shattered and are really only held together by these strands of wood and strips of cloth. You wake up, and Gormal Twobeards looks over and says, "Well, are you going to hunt, or are we going to starve? I'm paying you to get me to Tuleborg." Now, what you guys know is that after the wreck, as far as you know, there are only 4 survivors. There was you two, who maybe you can decide whether or not you would have spoken on the trip over or just sort of noticed each other. Gormal survived as well, too, but he did suffer some pretty horrific injuries, and his legs for sure are shattered, and potentially his spine as well. However, he has said that he will pay you 1,000 gold pieces if you get him safely to Tuleborg. And Eagle is kind of like the, if you're wondering where the sort of like easily compliant henchmen come from, it's wherever Eagle is from. Because he quite easily is just going to go along with whatever you two ladies decide is the thing. He's been pretty much carrying Gormal around, or Captain Two Beards around for you guys. You're 2 days out, which means that you are 2 days without water, 2 days without food. Mechanically speaking, this means that you are very close to starting to see some mechanical penalties accrue. You were fortunate to be able to find enough materials to make a fire last night, but you continue to kind of make your way over here. What equipment do either of you guys have? Any ranged weapons?
I do.
Oh, you have no rations, by the way. Your rations would have been
Yeah.
ruined in the
Okay.
what do you call it? In the wreck. Carl, what range weapon do you have?
She's Amazonian, so she throws a spear. That's
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Just a
Okay.
spear.
So you potentially could have been trying to hunt, but I think as with our other party, you have not seen a lot of success thus far. So what we're going to say is what you could do is you could try and scavenge, but I imagine that in the first day or so you've tried to do that and you found that at best it's just something that doesn't really satisfy any hunger whatsoever, and at worst it's potentially poisonous. What are the secondary skills for your two characters?
So Iphigenia has gardening. That's what I was going to ask.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I think what you found, Iphigenia, is that like the stuff you've been able to scrounge or scavenge, it's probably going to be poisonous. Like it's not something that would provide any kind of sustenance. That's not to say that there's not necessarily stuff that could keep you alive out here. It's just that what you found so far has been either non-nutritious or something that might make you quite sick. Reagan, what's her secondary skill?
Well, I was just thinking about this. So it's sailor, which I realize is probably a bad thing in a campaign where you seem to sink all the boats. So
Good point.
Not at all.
but she at least knows ropes. But
Sailor will be quite useful in the campaign going forward. It's just that I do tend to love breaking boats. Okay, so what happens then is you guys get up and you know that you need to start making more, get more miles under your belt. Even though I guess one thing you've noticed is that the sun seems strange in this land as opposed to Hyperborea, where Hyperborea, the sun kind of, is this big, thick red thing that sort of hangs on the horizon and maybe dances above it a little bit throughout the day. It does make its full passage over the, over the skies. This is it's not winter, but it certainly is not warm, when the sun goes down here. So it is quite, it would be quite helpful if you guys could find some kind of useful shelter and not just be exposed to the elements and having to sleep extra long just to get the amount of rest you require. So you guys get packed up, and Eagle picks up Captain Two Beards, and you guys start making your way off. What would be, describe for me kind of what marching order you guys would take here? Just a fairly small party, so.
Yeah.
Is Reagan like a scout type?
not really a rune graver, so she's it's at this stage mostly a fighter type with a little bit of an ability to do some magic.
All right, well then Iphigenia is just going to take the lead then.
Okay. Maybe
So,
Sorry.
Eagle actually does have some wilderness skills.
Okay.
He sees him to be pretty kind of helpful.
Well, I mean, Iphigenia is the captain, the broken up captain in the litter, or?
No, unfortunately, there was enough. One of the things you found about this land is trees are very few and far between. So you couldn't even make like a travois to kind of drag him.
Not even from like the wreckage or anything?
What was left over from the wreckage was what was used to make the two splints that are keeping his shattered legs in place.
so basically one of us has to carry him at all times.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm going to assume it's the
Iphigenia
NPC.
can. Okay, well, if he's a scout though, then
what I would
it's
actually,
more practical.
what I would suggest maybe is to have Eagle, right? You said, or Ige?
Yep.
Maybe kind of range ahead of us a bit. One of us can carry. I'm perfectly happy to carry the captain for a time near the rear, and then you take the lead as you suggested.
Okay. So
That's my suggestion.
yeah, that sounds fine. Okay, so then what the first few hours of the day pass relatively uneventfully, and that's when Eagle sort of from about maybe like 200 yards up ahead of you, because you can see the fairly far ahead here, gestures over and gets you to come over. You guys come scampering over, and what he points out to you, you can't really quite make it out, but he's saying there are tracks here, tracks of men, and they're heading off in a certain direction.
Is that the direction that where Tuleberg is?
It is not. The Tuleborg is to the east, and this seems to be heading more than northeast. But he says the tracks are quite fresh, like a day maybe.
Then I think we should follow. It's at least taking us somewhat in the direction we need to go, and if we don't catch them soon, then we can swing back.
Okay.
Does that sound reasonable?
Follow with caution.
Yes.
Okay. So the tracks do go on for, you follow them basically until the light is dying. You guys make camp that night. Gormal grumbles quite a bit about not having any food again. And at the dawn of the next day, you guys continue off. But what you see when the first light of dawn comes, when you guys first start off, is the tracks continue on in one direction, but you can see about maybe like a mile or so, maybe 2 miles off to the basically directly north. It appears that there's a little tendril of smoke that's going up, some kind of peat or moss fire of some kind. Given your experience thus far in this land, that doesn't strike you as a natural occurrence. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, maybe we can. How far away is it?
About 2 miles. You guess between 1 and 2 miles.
I'm assuming there's no cover in between.
There is. I mean, it looks very much like what you can see on the screen. So there's, you could,
Like
if you
hills
keep
that we
low,
can observe.
yeah. And I mean, I think neither of you guys have any stealth skills, right?
No.
No.
Nope.
So
Just there.
then what I'll do is I'm going to have everybody else. Would you? Does anyone have? Let's see. No one here is a thief or rogue class of any kind. So why doesn't everyone just give me a D6 roll? Everyone who's not a lady, I guess. Okay.
What kind of thief skills were you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that's going to be spotting.
Like discern noise?
Yeah, I'll let you make the D6 roll and discern noise.
Okay.
You can do both.
Okay.
Oh, the slash is on the wrong side. I think they're Colin. There you go.
Oh, is it?
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that D6 and then. Ooh.
Okay. I can't remember whether the thief skills is high, good, or bad.
High is bad, so I've got a
High's
5 and
bad,
12 on the D12. So yeah, that's when I was like, ugh.
All right. So what happens is the Iphigenia. Iphigenia, is that her name?
Right, like the daughter that Agamemnon sacrificed in the Odyssey, in the Iliad.
Oh, okay. No. I'm just trying to figure out how to pronounce it, and my
Greek
classic
names
Greek
are
is
weird.
pretty uncommon in my daily life.
Yeah, the last name especially. I mean, where to put the accents? Acanta Doris is how I.
Exactly.
Daughter of
I don't want to
Acanta,
put the
right?
emphasis on the wrong syllable. Okay, so Iphigenia. Well, the thing is, it's your character, Carl. So I'll pronounce it however it sounds right to your
Right.
ear.
Yeah.
Iphigenia or Iphigenia?
Iphigenia.
Iphigenia. Okay. So Iphigenia, you and Reagan go sneaking. Kind of trying to make as cautious an approach as you can here. but Kane, this is so this for the rest of the party. This is the morning after you guys looted the sanctum of the Serpent Thane. So you guys are outside. I'm assuming that knowing that you've got shelter from the entrance here, knowing that you've cleared out what's down there, you guys have decided to just camp outside, try and recover, some of your strength and whatnot. So the scene opens with you guys, kind of sitting around the morning campfire. You're getting things, cleared up to get ready to head out for the next day. Kane, you sort of look up and over, and you think you can see two figures that are sort of like furtively making their way from kind of like boulder to boulder, trying not to be seen, but it's clear that you can see them. And
we have company. We have company.
Be ready.
All right.
Be
Swords
on your
out.
guard. Yeah, I like stand up, sort of like take a pose, looking clearly like straight at the people coming along. So there's no mistaking that they can, from my body language, discern that I've seen them, and they get fair warning of our readiness, and they can make the necessary approach.
Okay. This is my plan all along for the campaign: is just pit players against each other. So Iphigenia and Reagan, you can see this now that this is it's a collection of 4 men, 1 woman. And you actually seeing that this big dude stand way up now with his giant hammer, you actually recognize him. These are other survivors of the wreck of the Gallant.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so they must be weak then. We could take them. Sorry.
So what do you guys do? It seems like the men in the campsite are just kind of awaiting your arrival. Iphigenia and Reagan, what do you guys do?
Well, does the woman appear to be harmed, or is she okay?
Totally fine. She looks. I'll put her underneath my thing here. She's someone else from the ship as well too.
All right.
You-
Well, we
her name
do
is-
have the captain. I guess we can look up. I say, Reagan. It appears that they've seen us. They look like to be survivors from the ship. So I'm going to just announce ourselves, if that's okay with you.
I agree.
All right. So I just step up. And I say, "Hail, survivors of the Gallant! We have rescued the captain somewhat."
Part of him.
I think you should have left him.
Okay. So we'll just skip
I guess
past
how far back are they with us? From us,
Eagle and Two Beards.
Yeah.
Probably you probably left them maybe a mile back. So it would be relatively easy.
Okay. So I say, do you know something that he did this on purpose?
No, but obviously he's not a very good captain. We shipwrecked.
Good point. He does complain a lot.
Yes, he does complain. He wants to get to Fulburg though, and should I go back and let him know?
Why didn't he come with you?
His legs.
We didn't know if you were bandits or other foul denizens of this blasted place.
And his legs are shot.
Surely, if we were
Oh.
bandits,
Plus,
that
he
would
can't
just
walk
be,
very well.
That's a problem.
Surely, if we were bandits, that would just be an opportunity for more battle. Why would you avoid that?
That's true.
So you guys collect Eagle and Two Beards, and now you're all sort of in the camp together. As soon as Two Beards gets within shouting distance, he's like, "Food! I smell food!"
Yes, bring the captain. We have food. Come join us.
All right.
I tell him some men, are leaders more by example than words.
And some leaders pay. I'm paying you.
That's the only
Okay, that's a
reason.
fair point.
Yeah, I muttered that under my breath. Yeah, that's the only reason.
Okay, so you guys had from last time. You still have 15 rations left to dole out. So between the lot of you guys now, that will bring it down to 6
hmm
if everyone's getting a share.
That's
So you
fine.
guys are-
We will find more. Kane will find some more.
Okay. Going hunting with the hammer. Get back here, elk!
We shot
Okay.
the last elk. We can do
Well,
it
if you
again.
can,
That's
if you
right.
can track, I can try to bring one down. I have with the spear.
Okay, now
Is this? Oh, is it still the same kind of like lichens and moss and
yeah, it's
not very
exactly
good
like
plants?
here. What they maybe give you a description. Well, I'll let you guys say like what if Iphigenia has a question about the big, kind of like worked opening. There's clearly like a an opening in the side, and you guys have pulled that big stone slab off of it. It looks like someone has disturbed, honestly, a grave here, Iphigenia. It looks like there's an entrance into some kind of crypt. Do either Iphigenia or Reagan speak Old Norse?
No.
No.
Nope. Okay.
However, Reagan would look at it and once she notices it and says, she instinctively kind of makes a sign of respect towards the grave, and at least under her breath, if anybody's closer, whoever dwells there, basically, we mean no harm. She doesn't, know, for instance, that everybody went inside.
Yeah. Do you guys say what you found inside?
I'm afraid your words may fall on deaf ears. We have already looted the place.
And she turns, a frown on her face that kind of threatens to be a little more than that.
It was filled with evil spirits.
Evil spirits?
Yes, which we put down.
Yes.
Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't because of your invasion?
Could be.
I read the runes outside, and it invited us to come in. So, really,
That's right.
if they wanted to stop us, they shouldn't have put the invitation on the outside,
I'm gonna go with
and
that.
shouldn't have been evil serpent things or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, that's
Speaking
true.
of serpent things, there is one pretty impressive magic item that needs to find a wielder. Because you
Yes,
guys-
a scimitar, if I remember.
yeah, +2 scimitar that has stylized markings of the what do you call it? Of like snakes, and it's got a
Snakes,
serpent
yeah.
teeth. Yeah.
hmm
Who, if anyone, wants to use that thing?
I happen to have weapon mastery in scimitar, but I'm fine with.
I was
somebody
going to
else
say, I
use
think it has Mala's name all over it.
I would enjoy wielding it.
Yeah, that's what the picture looks like.
That's true. It fits with the picture. And it has to be mine.
If this
great.
is actually shown to Reagan at some point, she
Yeah.
sees the snakes and she's like, if that was in the tomb, then this was no honorable person.
That's right. But it will gain honor with me.
Okay, so you are now the proud owner
Nice.
of a +2 scimitar.
Sweet. That's amazing.
Okay, and so what we'll do then is let's take a look at the actual map, the map of Tula. So you guys are near. It's gonna be all black except for near the bottom. There we go. And we see the progress you guys have made through the barren lands here. Now, and can I don't know. Did that move you guys to where I am?
Let's see.
You mean the page?
Yeah, the snap to center. Let's see here.
No, but I see it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know how some of these functions work still. I've been using Roll20 for like 3 years now and still like, bit of a crapshoot. Okay, so now one bit of information just to make sure you guys are clear. The tracks that Eagle has been following are not your tracks.
Mm-hmm.
They are some other. They're further ahead, further east than where you guys have been traveling. So there are some fresh tracks of men that are roughly a day old and heading to the northeast.
Were you able to tell how many?
He thinks maybe 4, like between 4 and 6.
Interesting.
Does it look likely, looking at the tracks in more detail, that they could be further survivors, or is that unlikely?
I mean, timing-wise, it's possible. The event that led to the destruction of the Gallant was a pretty fucking chaotic thing, and it seemed to be accompanied by a sudden and violent storm as well, too. So it's tough. You guys were surprised to learn that there were other survivors of the wreck of the Gallant, but if these 4 survive, maybe there are more.
Have we found anything other than sort of tracks in the tracks in the ground? Have we found like remains of food or any other clues?
He did find a campsite. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. So they were not headed in the same direction as we are towards Tuleborg?
No, they seem to be headed more in the like northeastern direction.
Isn't
Is that not?
That's pretty close.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I was.
fairly close. Yeah, it's more, I guess, northeast versus like east
Mhm.
directly.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because you guys have gone a little bit inland right now too. So yeah, you weren't
Okay.
hugging the coast. And if you want, let's see, where is it? Do I have the handout still? I do. Here we go. You still have access to Nude's map as well, which could help you try and figure out where you guys actually are.
Our biggest problem at the moment is water.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Water and
and
eventually food.
and the captain who has no legs, effectively.
yeah, but
Yes.
between all of us, we've got a couple of 18 strength characters. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah,
carrying.
Yeah.
Based on this map, it seems we are northeast is probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then let's get we'll get assigned a couple tasks here. Who's going to be the one who's rolling for water? Who's feeling lucky?
Who has like survivor as a secondary skill, or
Oh,
That doesn't matter whatsoever.
Have we
Whether
got-
there's water or not is really
just
just a matter
random.
of luck.
Have we got a priest
okay.
of some description?
No. Well, you got a rune graver.
Well,
Well, or
I'll go ahead and look for water. I
Okay.
figured out. Well,
Give me
Great.
a percentile roll, please. This is where you get to make 2 of these per day.
so it's D100 on this or 1D100?
D100, yeah, please. Oh, so close! So close! Oh man, unfortunately.
No water, but
So the
Yeah.
first 6, which way are you guys headed? Are you headed up in this direction here, guys, or directly east? The tracks would head off in this direction to the northeast.
Are we going to just follow these tracks and see if we can perhaps intercept this other group, or are we going to
They
try
said
and
there's,
avoid
like-
them?
so is it? I guess it's more barren than the picture you showed us. Then, Kevin.
No, it's as barren as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can we squeeze like at least? I mean, not our full of water allotment, but we can squeeze water from the moss.
No,
I guess.
not from the like, not enough to sustain
Not
yourself.
enough. Okay.
No.
well, and we've been
Oh, not enough to sustain ourselves.
We dug down
dug
to
and melted
to mud.
permafrost. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
got some water
can-
that way.
if you're taking time to stay stationary, you can actually dig down to the permafrost, which is like frozen mud. And then Kane boiled it in somebody's hat.
yeah.
Yeah, it's mine.
Jason willed it in
Oh, your own
Kane's
hat.
helmet.
Yeah. So like, but
Yeah.
it just that takes time, which means it exposes you guys to random encounter rolls. I should say I've had 2 sessions of Barrow Maze now where I've had just dog shit for encounters. So I imagine you guys are going to encounter shit every time you take a step.
Exactly.
I'm do it.
If we take a course direct as we can towards town,
Mhm.
how long do we estimate that would take from this map? I mean,
Well, you knew that it was about 90 miles from for when the shipwreck occurred.
Okay.
So traveling about 16 or 18 miles per day should only take you about 5 days to get there.
okay,
You guys have been taking, you took 1 or 2 extra days, one to treat that elk and then to prepare that meat, and then you did another extra day to prepare that bear that made its way into your camp looking for the elk.
Yeah. That old trick, yeah. So we're only one day in distance wise then?
You guys are about 2 days of travel in. You can move
right, okay.
2 hexes per day.
So we've got 3 days. We've got to survive 3 days
Yeah.
to make it to town.
It might be worth taking the time to dig for some water
Yeah.
before moving on.
How much water do we get from a day's water gathering, Kevin?
It's not that there's necessarily a ration. It's a matter of whether you find a source of clean water. If you find a source of clean water, you can fill all of your canteens, which gives you, so you'll be able to consume a day of water, and then you'll also be able to fill up an extra day. Each canteen carries 1 gallon, which is 1 day's ration of water.
So basically, a day's water gathering gets you 2 days worth.
Yeah, you're good for that day, and then you can also stock up for the next.
Well, and what we could do is we could start moving, hoping we find water, and worst case, we can slow down and dig for it if we start to get close to running out. Or those of us with high constitution scores could probably just make it all the way, and we can leave the weak ones behind.
And promise
so
to come
the
get them later.
test, the way that I've converted it from AD&D is that you're making the best of either strength or constitution tests. So you
Okay.
twice, once you run out, once you've hit the threshold of too much time without water, too much time without food, you'll start making strength and con tests twice a day, and then those get progressively harder as the days go on.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
we just put a day of travel under our belt and then reassess,
Yeah,
what does
good idea.
everybody think about that?
I think that's a good idea.
Just as a
The closer
refresher,
we get
too,
to
you guys will have
after we
time
get to Tula Bros.
making camp. You'll have time to hunt afterwards as well, and you'll also have time to scavenge. And one thing I forgot from last time was that you do actually have to look for. You have to spend time looking for firewood. I couldn't find it last time, and I just gave it to Hobbs. But someone will have to take time to do that. Now, all of those activities, of course, potentially trigger random encounters as well too. So you can kind of judge, like we saw last session when you guys were looking for medicinal herbs. You're like, "Fuck, skeleton!"
Yeah, the skeleton.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking, guys? Are we going to head off in follow those tracks for a bit, or are we heading straight east?
Yeah, follow those tracks because we're trying to get roughly northeast anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, traveling today lets us do that. Otherwise, they might get
Right.
well ahead of us.
That's
Plus, who knows?
We know for
Maybe
the
they're
first
survivors or have supplies.
That's right.
see what it reveals here.
Win-win.
And bump, 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 bum. Okay.
More wilderness.
I'm not seeing anything.
More wilderness. So as you guys are making your way along, the first half day passes relatively uneventfully, but let's see what might be waiting in the wilderness. It appears that your luck continues.
Excellent.
The day passes, or the first half of the day passes relatively uneventfully. These, as you're making your way along as well, too, Eagle is keeping point a little further ahead, and he says that the tracks are making that they are still as fresh as they were before, and unfortunately, so you're keeping an eye out for fresh water, and there doesn't appear to be any sources. Like you're right, Carl, that you can pick up, and these things are damp and cold as fuck. But they're so hardy that there's really not much you can get in the way of water, and like chewing on them at best it might moisten your mouth for a little bit, but it'll leave a horrible fucking taste in it as well for the remainder of the day.
I don't want that.
No.
Kev.
It makes you feel alive.
Uh,
Definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, can we just check the tracks to see if these are all able-bodied people or if anybody seems to be injured from the way they're walking? Or can we get that kind of detail?
Good question. Let's see if Eagle first. I think he's too thick to lie about it. So if he can't give you that information, he just won't be able to give it to you.
Cool.
No, it does seem like these are like there's no one limping. There's
Okay.
no sign of dragging or anything like that. So the fact that he can make out their tracks suggests that they are burdened. So they're probably
Right.
carrying some stuff. But
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Can we tell if any of them are in like armored boots or something that would leave a distinctive mark on the track?
Not. I don't think he rolled well enough to determine that.
Okay.
He knows that they're carrying stuff. I mean, the weight that they're carrying, it could be armor, it could be, tools or equipment or something like that. You do know that there's somewhere in Tuleborg there is a mining community, and you've heard. I mean, you've heard that not Tuleborg in Thule. You've heard though that's north of Tuleborg, so
Mhm.
that if you guys are like spelunkers, they could be pretty far away from it. But they don't seem to be. Yeah, I mean, if they are burdened, then that may suggest they are not survivors of the wreck of the Galant.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you guys are sort of living hand to mouth right now.
But no cartwheels or anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
No cartwheels. No.
Nobody's doing cartwheels. That's what I meant.
Okay. Someone or Robert, you are in charge of water rolls. So give me one more water roll. Let's see what happens in the second half of the day, and I will roll for encounters. Still
Not good.
lichen everywhere, but not a drop to drink. So the day is getting a little long. The overcast sky seems to continue. Like there doesn't seem to be a break in that, but it is getting dimmer. Would everyone kindly give me a D6 roll, please?
Surprise.
And I'm looking for the highest roll.
Ooh.
We got two
Two
sixes.
sixes? Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, so Mallow and Yason and
And
Amar. Wow. So I'm just going to roll randomly here and
Nice.
see which. So it's
In the
Yason,
meantime,
Mallow.
Ray gets stumbles over and I'm seeing imaginary deceased turtle.
Yeah. So Amar, everyone's walking along, and it's getting late. So there's probably a little bit of talk about let's keep an eye out for a place to make camp, and you can see up ahead. At first, you think it's a trick of the light. It's getting close to dusk, so there is that haziness in the sky. But you actually see what looks like clouds billowing from a small set of hills ahead of you.
So, like, I mean, you're meaning basically smoke.
No,
Is it
it's much. No, it's white. It's perfectly. I mean, if it is smoke, perhaps it's some kind of like herb or incense or something like that. But it's white. It's billowing white. It seems as if like clouds are coming up from this from kind of like above the rise.
This is strange. Has anybody seen anything like this before?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is maybe something like a geyser, maybe. Something like where you get hot water in the air and it causes, like that
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing. That's all I could think of.
I'll let us investigate.
Or sorcery.
Who is the scout here
Sorcery.
besides Eagle?
I know. Filthy sorcerers.
Are there any,
enough
are
that
there
we
any
have some of
filthy
them with
sorcerers
us.
in the group? There's no Ixians in the group, are there?
Aren't you the necromancer? What do you mean?
Yeah, somebody's
I'm not.
like
I'm not Ixian though.
death
I'm Amazonian. She is
I think-
Amazonian, not Ixian. I hate Ixians actually.
Yeah,
It-
okay.
That's a
Is
distinction that Yason is not ready for.
is a Amazonian in Hyperborea pretty much like an Amazonian in as I understand it myself, like
Yeah.
warrior woman.
Yes,
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
warrior women.
Okay, cool.
So you guys see this, and what Eagle maybe is coming back at this point, and he says that the land or the trail seems to lead down into this like a depression or a valley of some kind. There is one
Like the
thing.
big valley.
If it is geyser or something like that, there is one thing that would be
Yeah, water.
Water.
Mhm.
And it's a valley, so water
Yeah.
will tend to gather there.
That's a good point. How far is this from us, Kevin?
this is maybe like half a mile ahead.
Oh, we
Yeah,
so we
sure.
definitely should go. Should we
Yeah.
all go together?
Sure.
Cool.
Unless we're ready for some
He's a-
party
he's a
dads,
captain of
we
the-
could split the
he's a
party.
captain.
I'm always ready for that.
No more splitting the party.
That's right. We did do
Not
that.
allowed. Not
Yeah.
allowed.
Okay. So you guys make your way down. What you find is that there is a bit of the track seems to like hit this. It carries along, and then it reaches a point where it kind of hits like the lip of a depression. And when looking down to this depression, it seems to extend out probably about maybe about half a mile. So it's not a huge area, but it's a fairly large. And it seems like this whole area is sort of shrouded in this mist. And you have to, the tracks themselves sort of, skirt along the side of this and then reach a point where it leads down into this depression. And
This is where these people went.
this seems to be where these
tracks
tracks
lead
are at. Yeah.
Okay.
Does the ground get muddy at all from this mist, or is it still because it's so frozen? It's still solid.
It's more of that like slick, pre-icing kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be slippery on the way down here, guys.
Definitely. Yeah.
Does it seem any warmer?
You know what? Whatever extra warmth that may have been afforded by this is offset by the fact that it's damp. It's so
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
anyone who's ever like lived on a coast in the wintertime, it's just that it's allowing the wind that's blowing across the tundra to just really cut right through you.
It's bloody miserable, is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it so dense that we can't see very far, or what can we?
You can still see fairly well. The amount. Basically, it's not like thick, impermeable kind of like London's, movie fog.
Mhm.
It's more just that like you would see forms as you would be able to make out clear details.
like silhouettes, kind of.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And do we see any of those?
You do not know.
Okay.
Does it get denser as we get nearer?
If you choose to go down into the depression, is that what you're doing?
I
Are we
think-
doing that? I mean, we need to investigate.
Well, I think we need to
surely.
find
We're
some
following
water.
the trail.
Yeah. Just everybody
Trail.
stay close.
The trail continues
yeah.
down. It's a little more difficult for Eagle to follow these for the first little bit because there's bits where it's just like slick, exposed stone that's leading down into this depression, and no one has any kind of like architecture secondary skill, do they? No, know about building or anything? No, okay.
Not a lot of that round my way.
No. Is it something I
You can build a trellis in a garden, but
You see the enchanted pergola. Okay, so you guys make your way down, but then what Eagle does point out too, I think he's probably taking sort of cues from you, Iphigenia, and he kind of gestures to you and points down, and there is a big boot print in the mud.
like larger than man size.
No, man size, but like it's a
Okay.
big man, and it extends fairly far down, so you think that he may have been carrying something quite heavy.
I am.
And we're
unfolding
sure
my
that-
blade.
We haven't come
Should
across
pass.
our own boot prints.
No.
Okay.
You're pretty sure of that. So
We
And
pass
I-
that intel along the line, I guess, and everyone get ready for some sort of confrontation.
Yes, my
Hopefully it
blade
will
is
be
out.
so as you guys make your
Actually,
way,
Iphigenia would never say hopefully it will be peaceful, but
glory for Ares. Okay, so what you do notice is in the course of sort of like looking through this depression, the depression really is just one kind of large open area that's it's very uneven. Like this doesn't appear to be, I guess what Eagle can say, and if I was a better DM, I would have said it in some kind of like in character way. But basically, the information he imparts to you guys is that this is not a natural depression. This is not something that where like erosion has caused this thing. The jagged nature of the valley floor here suggests that this is something
Excavation. An excavation of some sort.
Maybe even something more catastrophic.
Like
Sorcery.
a meteor strike.
Sorcery.
Oh yeah.
Is there any kind of smell?
There is, yeah. What there is there.
The smell of
There's a smell
foul
of
magics.
like of mildew
Mm.
that permeates in the air. And Amar, because you were the one who rolled, you rolled the 6, and then I rolled for you to do it. You actually can see over as you guys are making your way in sort of a loose formation through this. You can see there is a rent opening in the earth, a natural opening, and from that, billowing out, is this fog.
Hmm.
Is anybody else getting a bad feeling about this?
And the fog coming out is not warm and then becoming cold. It's cold coming out.
First off, Amar's the one who saw this.
Okay.
The area down here, no, like I said, it's fucking cold.
Okay.
Like it's like the spray that's coming off. Maybe the original source is warmer, but as soon as it gets out and you guys are hitting it at the point where it's coating you in water and everything's wet and it's fucking cold and miserable.
Well, for everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason's just like glistening like
Jason,
air
what is
commercial.
it described as? Thick skin. The Berserker's thick skin also enables him to function in sub-freezing temperatures as low as minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit with little need of protection. So yeah, Jason
Cool.
is
So that's
not
awesome.
worried about that.
What do you call it? Like a Pantene commercial for him. So Amar, what did you say?
Let us move. I suggest we just move forward. We do need shelter after all, and this could be a source of water.
Okay, so that, I mean, theoretically, you could attempt to trap it, sure. So we want to go towards it, try and maybe go in?
Why not? Didn't you mighty heroes just destroy a temple full of foul serpent, evil spirits?
We're pretty
Okay.
we're pretty well
It
known.
wasn't without its
You men-
problems.
Maybe the
You men
new
are-
guys have to go first.
You men are
to prove
brave.
themselves.
You men are brave enough to face serpents, but afraid of some water.
No, I'll go first.
What
I'll
story have you told Iphigenia? There was like 30 serpents again.
I'm just riffing off what they described earlier. I mean,
Yeah.
if they exaggerated, but
Just cut back to us like screaming and running around like crazy inside the tomb.
We're kind of a big deal.
We are really. It wouldn't have even killed us even if we had failed to save because we're so good.
That's right.
Yes.
Although maybe
The item mistake. Okay, so what? When
you guys go, you guys do go in first. Perfect.
Well,
Well-
what you guys see when you get closer is that this is an entrance that's about maybe 10 foot wide at the base, and it's not an even opening. It is like a cave, a natural cave opening. And at the top, it sort of is like a triangle where it seems as if something has, there's a big slab of earth or stone that's sitting on top of another slab of stone, and then it leads inside. And there's this, mist or condensation or whatever coming out of this opening, and that there's that permeating smell of mildew.
Mhm. Is it dark inside?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cave dark, like.
hmm
So, where this is like condensing, I imagine sort of a few droplets of water condensing on the rock and stuff.
On
I'm
your
just
face,
going,
everything. Yeah.
yeah. I'm just gonna like wipe it and maybe like just try and see if it's got any weird taste or anything.
It tastes like, honestly, it would probably be like salt. If you're getting off your face, it's going to be,
All right. Well, I'll try a bit off a rock or something that looks maybe cleaner than me.
Okay. So, there's, you could probably move your hand across like the entrance and then get enough water on it to kind of lick. And it's, there's nothing,
Okay.
usual about it. There's not a metallic flavor or anything like that.
No. And it's not got a strange green glow or anything. It's fog.
No.
It's just white.
Just not, as far as you can tell, it's Yeah, just
Probably
Fairly
water.
regular water vapor looking.
yeah.
All right. Well, good. So he doesn't keel over. So let's go.
Yeah, I'll go first if
Okay, so
no
it
one
is
else wants to. But
We need to
we need a
break-
torch or something.
We need to break out a light. I can light up a torch for you. I have.
Right.
So we went through one torch last session.
Yeah,
Let's
that
just
was
make sure we're
from
tracking-
me.
Yeah. Okay.
I had one left.
Okay. So now one of the downsides to this is getting this torch started is going to take some doing. So why don't you give me a, let's see here. Well, I don't think it'll ruin the torch. So I'm going to assume you're going to be able to get it started at some point. But what I'm going to say is that because of the condensation in the water, it's going to smoke like a motherfucker. So
Yeah, that's
when
fair.
this thing is, you finally get it going, and hold on, no, Mallow, you're a warlock, not a pyromancer. Pyromancers have that
Right.
ability to just make
Yeah,
fire. So you get this thing started, and you hold the torch out and down, and it looks like this depression goes down. It's on a probably about a 60-degree angle, leading down, and it's rough. It's rough going down to, and there is a cave floor that seems to lead deeper underneath the earth.
We may need a rope here.
Yeah, I
No
bust
one
out
gets
a
killed.
Couple of ropes.
If you guys are careful,
rope.
so long as you guys are not in a rush, you guys can safely make your way down there. You can
It's
kind
more,
of,
it's more
crab
about
walk.
the running away part.
Yeah, that's kind of what I
Getting out quickly would be
Yeah.
challenging without a rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's at least put a rope that is attached to something up here that we can then climb out if we need to.
Okay, who's got a rope?
I got a rope.
Okay, anyone have pythons?
Mm,
No.
No.
What is that?
Python
So
is
what,
it.
it's like a
Spikes.
spike.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm
No.
gonna do, Kevin, is I'm just gonna tie an overhand knot in one end of the rope, and then I'm gonna jam it in a crack to make like a nut, like a climber's nut type of thing.
Love it.
Just
Yeah,
wedge it in.
okay.
Yeah.
Done
Smart.
and done. Okay, so you've got that done. So now you will have a way to you can move at a normal speed trying to get out of there.
Great.
An exit
And only a
strategy.
really twisted sadist DM would make you make a roll to see if you turn an ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
I've actually recently
Hobbs
been
would make you do
selected
it.
too, so I may
Hobbs
be
would make you do it.
I may be bringing some of that to this session. Okay, now let me what do you call it? So let me just I gotta do one thing to adjust tokens here. Actually, you know what? While I'm doing this, I need to go and get more coffee. We're a little early, but why don't we take our bio break right now? Everyone refresh drinks and stuff like that. Go to the washroom, and then we'll pick up once I get the tokens in the in this cave.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Why do you need tokens?
Because I'm it's all going to be good.
Okay.
Okay, copy. Here we go. All right. Oh, I spent so much time last night prepping this map too. There we go.
So, Robert, is Reagan related to any of the characters from the previous story, the prologue? Robert? I think you're muted.
All right. What could all this darkness mean?
I'm sure it's all fine.
Yeah, it'll be all good.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take everyone's names. No, I'll leave everyone's names. I'm just going to shorten your name there. Genie, because it takes up like
Yeah, I know. I saw it took up a lot of. It goes in the second row.
I think I can actually rename the token without screwing up your character sheet, though. So that's okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, don't start calling her Genie. I can't think of any
No.
nickname that would be cool from that.
Yeah, Genie, I think of like a
Barbara
octogenarian.
Eden.
Yeah, white lady. Hello, Genie. Will you make it for Pinochle today?
Do you know the only reason I know what Pinochle is from back in the day? Do you remember the Cosby Show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to play that, and Bill Cosby used to rub people's heads or something. I think they used to play Pinochle.
He did. He rubbed
Rub
out
people's head. Is that what the kids are
Apparently
calling
that's
it?
not all the
exactly.
rub.
Man.
Okay. Just wait for Carl. You're back, yeah?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So we'll maybe having a smoke. So let's. I think I can actually reveal what Kane sees. So Kane, you are the bold explorer who is going to crab walk down into the depths of this unexplored cave, right?
Seemingly, that would be the case.
I'll be right behind him.
Yeah,
That
me too.
is- Okay, so Malo is going to be right behind.
Fortune favors the bold.
And then Yason is right behind that. This is outstanding, guys. It's like you're lining up
For a lightning bolt. Yeah.
I'd be happy to be
Lining
somewhere.
up for Burning Hands.
okay, so
Cool.
Burning Hands. Who's at the back? Oh man. I've actually had recently one player accidentally kill another player or character, not a
Wow.
player.
How?
Hopefully,
It was a Shadow the Demon Lord game where the player thought it was just a fucking crazy scene where one guy was fighting on the head of a dragon against like a dragon riding thing, and then the other guy had been knocked off his mount and decided to use his monk ability to leap up and smash down, not realizing that the AoE hit all targets in the area, not all enemies. And the other guy was already on the cusp of death, and that game it's a fucking awesome game, but it's
Yeah.
really not forgiving in terms of death. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it was really great because the player, if he had known that's what the consequence would have done, he's enough of a metagamer where he wouldn't have done it.
Uh-huh.
But like it totally made sense for the moment. So
Yeah.
And the guy whose character died, he was just like, all right, well, I mean,
That's what
it
happens.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's great.
Yeah,
I quite fancy trying that system out. It sounds pretty slick.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I watched some of your games, Kev. I bought all the books.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
That's great.
it's well, they just recently kickstarted this cool book called Occult something or other, and it's basically like a huge. So the game is designed to be played like in 11 sessions. Like that's one way of playing it, and you just gain a level every session, and then it plays super quick. It's got a very distinct horror vibe to it, which really, that's my other players tease me about that. Like, yeah, Kev, when's the horror coming in?
Yeah.
I know we're playing superheroes, but when the fuck is Cthulhu showing up? So, but yeah, it's a great game. Really, really good game.
Cool.
Nice.
Showing up over here, I think.
What's that?
Yeah.
Just show up over here, I think.
There's a good
Cthulhu, yeah.
There's a good chance. All right, so let's do a reveal here. So with his smoking torch in hand, boom, Kane, you make your way down into this cave. Now, I've just kept everyone else's token to the side for now because you guys can only fit a couple people down, and I want to track this on a square-by-square basis because I'm a sadist.
Is that really necessary?
Yeah, you haven't switched it over.
So each square, guys, is about 10 feet.
Okay.
So the torch sort of flickering and dancing. And the whole cave seems to be reflecting light because it's all damp and it's all wet.
What's the story with the tracks that we're following? Are they still down?
This
down
is
here?
all bare cave floor. So if you put your... I'm going to assume that Eagle is going to wait outside with Captain Two Beards.
Sure.
Unless you guys
Well,
know.
I mean, they should get out of the cold.
You can bring him down here. This
Just
is
put him in
probably
the
not a
mouth.
place that's going to be particularly pleasant. It's not warmer in here, at least not as far as you can
Okay,
tell.
that's fine.
Yeah, and Two Beards, he's going to want to make sure it's safe down there before you guys just drag him down there.
Okay.
His
I don't
experience-
see like the screen. I don't know if you.
let me see if your character has sight. Let's see here. Does not. Oh no, you do. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay,
should.
okay.
You don't see your character, I think. Here, let me see.
No, I
You
don't.
see now?
No, even on Roll20, I don't see what, like I see on my phone what you're showing people, but I don't see it on Roll20.
If you go into Roll20, go right to the top of the screen. You may need to refresh your Roll20.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, your token has sight, and you should. Does everyone else see what I'm seeing here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
All right, so Kane has gone down. Malo has crab walked behind, and Yason likewise is down on the floor of this cave now. Carl, can you see it now?
Yeah, I can start seeing tokens now.
Okay.
yeah, I
can
see my
see it.
token.
Yeah, you guys
See my
may
token.
not because you guys are outside.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
like here, check this out. So, Amar, can you see yourself now? Boom.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah. So it's because you guys aren't in the cave yet.
And it's
So-
all natural, Kevin. It's not rough
All
hewn.
natural. None of it seems to be worked.
Okay.
The cave floor does seem to be level, and you can picture that the cave ceiling is really only about like maybe between 5'6" and about 6 feet tall.
Oh,
So you guys
wow.
are all kind of having to hunch a little bit as you're making your way through here.
It's going to be interesting for slashing weapons.
No mechanical penalties. So this is
Okay.
a narrative flourish. Yeah.
Okay. Cramped.
I'm not sure if any of you guys are BattleTech players, but like
Uh-huh.
BattleTech has some really awesome environmental factors that you can add in. And I had one map where I just went way overboard, and we basically spent 3 hours of rolling miss. So I learned from that experience.
Mhm.
All right, should we listen for a second, see if we hear anything ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone give me. So those who are down there, Yason, Malo, and Kane, go ahead and give me a D6 roll, please. Okay. Malo, you can hear.
What? I've done 2 by accident.
That's okay. Somewhere deep in the darkness there, you can hear what sounds like a roaring, a low rumbling that seems to echo throughout here.
I'll relay this to my companions.
And you guys are straining to hear that.
Yeah.
And all you can hear right now is just the sound of the wind howling near the exit to the cave.
Trust me, it's there. It's something. Don't know what.
Yes.
Could be a waterfall. Could be geyser. Could be something else.
No, I believe you. Years of working in the forge has deadened my senses.
It's the medieval equivalent of Rockstar hearing.
That's it, yeah.
Should we move ahead?
Yeah. We,
Yeah, onward.
I hug the wall to my left, so the eastern side of the.
Yeah, go ahead and move yourself.
Yeah, that's proving difficult. I did see myself, but I've now vanished. You
Oh.
did something, and I went.
Let's see here. Can you see yourself now?
No.
Let me
And I
take a
saw you click an area, I think.
Let me take a look at the GM over. Oh, no, wrong thing. Dynamic lighting layer. Oh, okay, should be.
Connor, are you only seeing black, or do you see anything?
I'm just seeing black at the moment. I'm trying to zoom.
We're all the way at the top.
Yeah, right at the top.
Oh, I guess that's why I got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm assuming everyone else is heading down in.
Yes, I'd like to head down somewhere in the center of the group.
Heading that direction, yeah.
Okay.
Has something that would help.
So right now, I'm assuming that the only person who has a torch that's lit is Kane, which will prove
Yes.
challenging in a moment because Kane is the only. Kane uses a two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
Yes, as do I.
If anything starts, I use a one-handed weapon, so I can. Well, my battle axe could be a two-handed, but
Okay.
if necessary, I can.
Do we want to pause to have Reagan get out a second torch?
Sure.
Or hand the because if Kane drops his torch and we're just going to go out in the
The
Yeah.
floor is pretty wet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chance.
In roll 20,
Yep.
you know the little zoom in thing,
Yep.
the slider.
Yep.
In the top position, is that maxed zoomed in or zoom out?
That's
That's
my
zoomed in.
Zoomed in.
in.
That's zoomed in. Right,
Yeah.
So I've got to go.
So I've got mine so it's legible. Mine is about maybe a quarter up from the bottom. And that gives the display that,
Okay, so when I do that, I'll just so I've got a black screen.
and then you also have to take the slider at the side and go right
Yep.
to the top.
Is anybody actually using a single,
Yeah, it's at the top.
a one-handed weapon?
Yeah, I have a
I still
shield
got
and
a,
sword.
I still
Let me try
got a
this
black.
here. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna
Ah.
take. Oh, do you see it?
I see it now.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Right.
So,
Okay, so did Kane want to pass the torch to Reagan then? Literally?
Yeah. I can move up a touch.
What Kane wants to do is be over here for starters.
Okay, so Kane, I'm going
There
to.
we go.
Here we go. So Reagan, let me just transfer the light over.
I can hand the torch to Reagan, but I mean, I don't mind. What's the walls? The walls of the cave, are they like got fissures in? Would you be able to jam something into the wall or?
The caves, no, the walls of the cave seem relatively. I mean, they're uneven because that's how caves form. They've got like it looks honestly like there's like something has melted on the insides of these caves.
So it's like fused, like it's
Yeah,
like,
but it's. I mean, it doesn't look unnatural. There's not really areas where you can. What is it you're trying to do? Maybe that'll.
I was just
but
thinking if I needed both my hands, if I could, jam the torch into a crack or a
Oh, I see.
fissure. Like,
Probably not.
okay, cool.
No,
Then I shall need a torch bearer.
and it's not like the ground is full of water. Like what I would do is if you dropped a torch in here, then what I would do is I would give it a low chance of it going out. It's
yeah, because
unlike-
that'd be my standard. That'd be my standard MO. If if something come, I'd just throw the torch on the ground and start hitting it with a hammer.
Yeah.
But if it's going to go out, obviously that is
Yeah,
suboptimal.
it's not guaranteed. Like the water's not thick enough. You would have to have really bad luck and have it like fall directly down straight and then hit the ground.
Yeah, I'm applying Murphy's law to this theory.
I'm with you.
So if the light could go out, the light will go out.
That's right.
Will go out.
Yeah. So what are you guys? You guys are all down. Have all sort of scrambled down into this cramped cave opening, and it does seem like it's quite extensive.
Yeah, I'll just be like whooshing the torch from side to side and like scanning like into the darkness, just looking harder and harder to try and
Sure.
see something as they
And I'll-
follow up.
I'll keep listening because I want to try to see if I can tell if that sound is coming from the southwest or southeast passage.
It's
From what I
coming
can see.
You think down in here.
Okay, so I'll relay that to everybody. It's down that way.
And there are are there still any footprints or tracks? Or is it all gone?
No, it's because it's a bare stone floor, basically, or a cave floor here, so you can't. I mean, none of you guys
no
are
muddy
traffic,
prints
right?
or anything.
Yeah, I mean, Eagle's outside, so you guys
No,
can't.
no debris on the floor. Any?
No,
No.
no, it's actually remarkably clean.
Interesting. All right, well, I say we
Move
proceed to the southeast if that's good with everybody.
Yeah, I will. I will be edging in this direction.
One second here.
When Kevin must have to stop and make preparations, you know something.
So did that work? Here we go. Just wanted to add cave sounds.
That's cool.
So do we? So I'm assuming with that rumbling sound that we really can't hear anything over that.
Oh yeah, I'm getting
No,
a cave. sound.
really, the only it's only because Malo was really,
I've got mercenary ears.
Yeah, he was able to. You actually, none of you guys can actually hear that.
Okay, got it.
I thought mercenary ears just picked up on the sound of coins shaking in a bag.
Either one. These are the two things:
What would you
strange
guys like-
rumbling and coins in bags.
Cool.
So currently, I have only Reagan is carrying the torch that Kane had lit. Is anyone else lighting anything?
No, but can I attempt to harvest some of this water that's dripping down from the ceiling?
Yes, but yeah, I think Iphigenia is gonna light
Yeah.
up her hands.
I mean, not again. It's slick and whatnot, but you're not. It would take you hours to be able to get something useful.
Oh, would it? Okay.
Remember,
there's no, like-
all this you need.
You're
There's no
teasing. You're teasing us with those sound effects, Kevin. In my thirsty condition, it clearly sounds like lots of water. And
It does. So it's a question of where that sound is coming from.
It's just one drip that's echoing around the whole place.
it's like the sight. It's like it's the audio version of a mirage.
That echo.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I will push on.
Proceed.
I will,
Mhm.
I will get with the program.
Okay. So, yeah. What does it look like? If Iphigenia is going to be casting a spell, what does it look like as she casts her necromantic magic?
She kind of starts humming in a low voice, not really sing-song. It seems guttural, but then she kind of almost like if she were playing like an instrument along the sword, and the sword starts glowing, and then her hands start to glow a violet, like a chilly violet. But
Okay.
Cool.
and the sword lights up too, but because it goes through the weapon, at least the first bit.
Okay.
But it gives us some light. It's a weird, sickly violet light.
Does it
Yeah.
actually do that, or is that just flare, like narrative stuff?
No, it actually says violet glow, so like candlelight.
Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna say is it's effectively like when someone's got their phone on in the
Yeah,
theater.
yeah, that's fine.
You can notice the light.
But if we get separated,
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
Amar,
sure.
you're getting left behind there. You may want to move yourself just a scooch forward.
Something grabs it from the darkness. It's like, Mars got it.
I just turned to Jason. Jason, with friends like this, who needs enemies? What is this? What is this purple light?
I'll do. Hold on. While that spell is active, Iphigenia, I'll give you just maybe. I'll do
We've got
this.
to make a morale check.
I just can't wait for him to fall and then accidentally hit one of you guys. There you go. Cut your light there. Okay.
that totally works because like if I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's overshadowed by the torchlight.
see in your immediate vicinity, but not very far beyond that. Plus, like, how scary is this? Okay, so you guys are slowly making your way down, and again, like, this thing is low for some of you guys.
Yeah.
And Kane and Reagan, you can see just at the edges of the flickering torchlight, you're trying to drink in whatever information you can from it, and there is the feeling of openness ahead of you too. Like
Well,
there's
it's a bit more echoey sort of thing.
yeah, like you can just feel like it's your other senses that are sort of kicking in, where you can feel that there's a bigger opening ahead of you, and maybe that's from the passage of air, or maybe it's the flow of this mist. What there is also is it seems like there's weird images sort of dancing in your at the very edge of your sight, that's coming from the moisture that's hanging in the air.
Seems like, or is.
Yeah. Ken,
Seems
are you okay? What are you looking at?
Nothing.
There might be some mushrooms down here.
It only seems like. It seems like.
Okay.
So slide a
Okay.
little bit further.
Looking at each other.
Yeah.
Malo, that sound that you heard,
Mhm.
you still hear it?
Let me listen.
Yep.
Yeah. Do I feel like it's getting louder to me? Closer? Or
Anyone
closer?
who has not made a check, I think that at this point you guys can hear. You can all probably hear without a roll. You can hear there's that rumbling. It's very soft though, like it's very, very far off. It's somewhere, as if it's like bouncing off not countless, but several walls.
So I can see this. Looks like it's breaking up into different directions.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, okay.
Let's
What
each go one way.
Let me just fill in one bit of description. So you see ahead there, where there's this
Mm-hmm.
kind of like marking there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is a black crevasse in the floor,
Uh-huh.
massive rent,
Mm.
and each of your footsteps is echoing off in every direction. And there seems like there's just a feeling of empty space that looks from there.
Is
Everyone-
that-
Very gently slopes down towards, like almost imperceptibly, but it does seem to move down towards that area.
Is the
everyone be
is-
careful.
is the vapor emanating from this rent in the floor?
It's not, no.
No. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Should we move a little closer just to get a better sense of how big it might be?
I shall
can't quite
approach.
see.
I like sort of straighten up.
Does
Kinda
somebody, do we still have the rope, or is the rope further back? Like, are we pulling the rope out
It's-
behind us?
The rope
I
would have,
assume.
each of these squares is 10 feet, and I think your rope's 50 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 is taken up by the
Time.
outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So really, it's about here is as far as the rope extends.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of.
Left, I guess left side or right side, I guess.
Maybe if we skirt around the rent, we don't go directly towards it.
Okay.
Well, like that.
Okay, what's down there? So you
Kane's gonna go check it. Yeah.
and it seems to go down forever. Like you cannot see,
Mhm.
if you hold the torch over it. There's no end to the blackness that's going down there, and there's
Hmm.
the feeling of something. There's giant gaps of air moving down there. Now, one
And
thing,
it's not wide, is it? It's quite narrow.
it's only at its narrowest, then it gets a little wider.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to move Iphigenia over here so for the sake of lighting, you can see like it. This is how it extends down. I've set it up in the map so that it blocks line of sight, but
Uh-huh.
it does actually, like you guys can see. Actually,
Right.
I'll move Reagan over here. So you see that's where,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it extends on both sides. So,
I'm just going to crouch down and try and have a closer look at it and see. Like, does it look like it's actually cracked, or is it bit? Has it formed or
Yeah,
what?
it's so the crack itself, like this is whereas the rest of the cave seems to be like naturally forming, where it's all part of sort of a whole. I mean, it's chaotic and whatnot too, where like over millions of years, limestone has dripped down and whatever. This is the sign of some kind of geologic event where it's been pressed, rent open by some kind of thing. Would
But so it
everyone-
doesn't look like the people that we were pursuing or following fell in. We should probably move somewhere else.
Yeah, you can't even see. It's certainly wide enough for them to do that. Like it starts at a
I don't
fairly
think they did.
a narrow point, but at its widest, this is 10 feet wide. Everyone, give me a D6 roll again, please. Which always means good stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
We covered the spectrum. Whoa, look at that.
Okay.
How's that turtle again?
Whoa,
Six and one.
6s and 1s.
That-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doubting the quantum machine.
So Malo, Kane, Iphigenia, and Reagan. You guys all hear from somewhere off in the cave the sound of something flap, thick and heavy, like flesh hitting the ground, and then a.
Can we tell what direction that came from?
You think it may have been over from this direction.
Okay, so we'll point out to our companions who don't seem to be aware, point in that direction.
Yeah, I
Kind of
like
gesture.
get up. I get up and straight away, the torch in that direction. I'm like staring intently into the distance,
I think we
listening.
have to move around that.
I'm pointing. I'll even point. I'll be like,
Yeah, and I point to around that bend there.
So,
Ray, did you light a torch as well, or I thought that you were carrying Kane's torch?
I think Kane was
Yeah,
just
that's
planning
what I
on
thought.
getting it to me, but
oh yeah, no. That's right. I gave it to you. Yes, so I don't do that.
so before
Well,
anybody
let's move
starts,
forward and see what this
Well,
is.
okay, hold on. Before anybody moves, since this seems reasonably close, I want to make somebody bigger and stronger.
The ceiling here is
Yep.
remember like between 5.5 and 6 feet tall.
Okay.
So you can, you can do that, but it's
Is anybody?
Maybe wait till we get to a bigger cave.
Yeah, true. Okay. It'd just be nice to do this. Okay, then I'll start moving this way.
Okay.
Right on top of somebody.
Oh, Kane, you're being left behind. Oh,
Yeah, we'd prefer to have Kane up near the front here. Let him move up a bit further. I think I'm going to go around this way.
okay.
Ceiling is still low.
Now 1 second here. I need to make.
Give us
Oh,
extra
boy.
hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
1,
smiling. That's not good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got a friend who's insisted that he's going to get me a shirt that says, "When the DM smiles, it's all over." Or something.
Yep. True story.
Okay. So you're making your way over, and then unfortunately the sound comes too late. You hear a fap, 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 fap.
Mhm.
You look up, and it seems as if in here the ceiling is a little uneven, and it moves up towards this corner over here.
Mhm.
I look up.
You look up in time to see it dropping down on you.
Oh, looks like
Oh, perfect timing.
Is this?
Oh,
Oh dear.
shit.
Big deal.
Beast.
Coffee.
Boom! Ah! Now, this thing
Wow.
gets a surprise round on you because it is a nasty thing. What is your AC, Reagan?
I will AC is By the way, if it dropped down, the ceiling can't be that. The ceiling has to be higher, right?
I said it curls up in this one area here.
Not for any
Okay.
reason, Kevin, but just wondering if our astonishing fortune points reset, or do we have what we had last
You cashed
time?
them in for XP last session.
Oh, that's
but
right. You're
I
right.
think that everyone will start with 1 point of astonishing fortune.
Sweet.
You guys have all done some very gone along with my bullshittery in the cave, so that is work. So
My
Reagan,
guy-
what's your AC?
Sorry, 6.
6. Okay, so this thing, fortunately, it lands down and it just snaps out at you, and just by virtue of maybe because of the carrying the torch, it just it doesn't quite judge properly where you are. Yeah, and this massive jaws snap down, but does not connect with you. So now all we need to decide, guys, is who's going to be rolling for surprise and who's going to be rolling for initiative.
Didn't
I
we
think the
just
new
do the surprise
players.
round?
Yeah, make the new guys do it.
You guys,
You don't want me rolling initiative.
and I'm going to still make you roll for surprise. So
I
Awesome.
can roll for initiative.
you guys, okay. So I guess then we'll spread it around. Carl, you're rolling initiative. Robert, you
All
were
right, do you
rolling
want us to
surprise.
declare first?
And as the standard, no, don't roll initiative just yet because we need to declare actions first. So
Do surprise first or no?
yeah, let's do surprise first. See whether you have a round or not.
Okay.
Okay, you rolled a 3, or was it the 1 or the 3?
No, 3.
3. Okay, good. So then you are not surprised, guys, which means you get to act. So remember, declare whether you're going to attack or melee, or magic or whatever, and then just do it one thing, then the other one. So Robert and Carl, this is sort of what I would want to see to look like.
So Kevin, remind me. So the ceiling in this area is still the same height as the rest of the.
If someone maneuvers into being right next to where the cave wall is, they may be able to get big.
Okay, but since this would last 10 minutes, then they would have problems with the rest of the cave. Okay. Let's just do this then.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. So Colin, remember that you're declaring if you're going to melee. How many attacks do you have first round? Is it 1 or?
Well, I've got 3 too, so I think that's 1 and then 2, isn't it?
One,
That's
then
right.
two.
Yeah. You do melee / move or melee / hold. Okay.
Can you just do melee?
Well, you only have 1 attack this round, so it would effectively be
Not this round.
melee and then hold.
So this is not
okay.
because the fighter has a bonus against lesser foes, but this is not a lesser foe.
This is not a lesser.
Say lesser foe.
Everything is a
Speak
lesser
not
foe
of
this
for those of us Cimmerians.
That's right.
All right. Okay, so then now it is on to Carl.
Sacrilege.
Give me a d6. Oh, fuck, I rolled a 6. Ooh!
2.
Okay, so Carl, you've immediately been fired from rolling initiative. Arlen, you'll
You
be
had a
rolling.
good run there, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this thing first gets to attack again. So it roars forward and snaps out at Iphigenia, or not Iphigenia, at Reagan. So your AC was a 6. Thaco is a 16, which means so close. Snaps it, and basically it is inches away from you as that big, a jaw the size of your torso snaps in front of you. Guys, that was a melee for its first phase. So we're for phase 1 right now. Who wants to go, or who is in melee?
Iphigenia is in melee.
Iphigenia, go ahead. It's AC 6. That is not
Hit.
good enough.
Mm.
So you
I hit
swing,
AC 6.
but it's
I
got
hit AC 6.
its hide seems pocked with carbuncles or something like that that are stone or seem to be made of
Okay.
stone. Your bastard sword sparks a bit as it goes off. Does that mean that your spell is wasted, or is it still
No,
triggered?
it's still active until it triggers, until I hit. I believe.
Excellent. Okay.
I will look. Make sure.
Kane and Reagan in melee as well.
Yeah. Do I just click on the plus on the character sheet? Is that what that is? No.
I don't know if it's
On the dice, if you have it set up.
Yeah, so under weapon combat, you can put in your attack and all the information. If you haven't put it in, then you should just roll the d20.
Okay.
But if you
Okay,
have,
cool.
you've got a little dice next to it that it'll roll automatically.
Which reminds me, yeah. So a massive thank you to Ron Elwell, Ron Elwell, or Ron Elwell. Forgive me for mispronouncing your name if I'm doing it. These sheets look fucking awesome now. Thank
That's
you
great.
so much for putting that work in.
Yeah, right. So +3 to hit, right?
Nice.
An 18 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, boy. So that's a D10. I think it's a D10. No, it's 2D6. 2D6. Nice.
Yeah, I think that the hammer is pretty.
So 7 + 4, 11.
Holy shit!
Nice.
All right, so you swing around, wham! You think you can hear the crumpling of ribs inside this thing, and that stony exterior
Music to my ears.
crumples in. Next up, Reagan.
Okay, well, let's see if this works on the weapon combat thing. If not,
Oh,
It works, but
it didn't work. Yeah, okay. So we'll just do this. Oop. No, it did work.
you know,
Well, I
it
mean, you
didn't
didn't
work.
Mhm.
It worked. You just didn't hit.
Yeah.
I swing and barely miss Kane.
That's some top class gameplay, though. This one didn't work. Maybe I'll try this dice.
Well, it didn't pop up until I closed the character sheet.
Oh, okay. So you
Watch a
yeah,
master at work.
your battle axe, and unfortunately, I think you're just too rattled by this massive thing being in front of you so quickly. You swing and it goes wild.
No, like this. Bang.
Okay, so then let's see. That's everyone for melee. Next up, missile. No one's declared missile. Magic. Malo, you're up.
So I start mumbling arcane words in a low drone, like the wizard from Conan the Barbarian. And I cast a targeted sleep spell
Ooh.
just on the creature, and here's my hit dice.
And remind me again. what's
Holy shit! Okay, so the spell can target a single creature of 5 hit dice or fewer.
5 hit dice or fewer. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and roll 2d8, which is that roll just there,
Awesome.
to see how much hit dice.
No save.
No save.
Awesome. Okay, so this thing turns as it's going to move up on Reagan, and then suddenly its eyes sort of slough in the back of its sockets, and it falls down, dead asleep.
So here's how
Soon
many.
to be dead.
Yeah, so you guys can all get around it. We can hack it, but just so you know, it will stay asleep for numbers of turns, which would be this many, an hour and 10.
Okay.
All the turns.
All the
Okay. So then next up is move. So Amar.
Okay, so this thing's asleep now. Now, if we hit it, it doesn't wake up, right?
it'll wake up, but that's
It will wake up.
You can really just kill this thing. I think if
Yeah.
you. What's your max? What's the most damage you can output?
Oh, that's a good question.
Check out your character sheet.
Maximum damage output would probably be, if I hit it, with like 2-weapon style, that would be what? Maximum would be 12 if both fists.
So your long spear could do 10 points of damage maximum.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you made use of that, that might be sufficient to put this.
Okay. So yeah, then he's just going to take his spear, raise it up in the air, and just right into the chest cavity.
This is the second thing that you've slain through sleep.
Sleep spell.
I'm a lazy mercenary.
I'm exceptionally badass. I can kill the bear. I killed the giant rock lizard.
And we
a
killed
great
one
spell.
or two of the elks or whatever, I think.
So now you get the satisfaction of seeing the dead thing show up.
Nice.
So this thing is kaput.
Post.
Excellent.
Nice.
Now, Jason, you're far enough back you can.
I know. I'm sniffing some sorcery. I'm
Oh,
a
sorry,
little
that
bit
was
more
me.
okay. I know. I'm a little bit more okay now. Fought with Mallow a couple of times.
You're actually
Recognize.
in addition to the
Something
sword,
else?
that's way better. Like you really should get another point of astonishing fortune for that. I was being the literal, so like you could smell something, but yes, you get another point of astonishing fortune for that.
Excellent.
Nice.
You can actually smell something from behind you.
Oh, even better. I didn't get to kill this one. I'll get to kill the next one.
Cool. So, what would you guys like to do?
So I think I'm
Jason,
right
what's
away
going
going to
on?
say, hey, there's something else.
Where?
Back, not in your direction.
All right, I'll turn around and start looking.
Does this lizard thing look like it'd cook up?
At this point for you guys, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, like it
Good
would take
thinking.
you know,
Like one, because like in Africa and that they have them lizards, don't they? And they like bake them monitors or whatever.
Florida, you can make gators.
Just like chicken.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good gators, pretty good.
It all tastes like chicken.
Okay. So yeah, you so you lay claim to cooking this thing at some point. What would you guys like to do?
I feel like we should check out whatever the
Where
smell is.
Jason is.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to
something else.
Jason. What is it, Jason? What do you sense?
There's something. Probably, I'm gonna guess it doesn't smell good at the very least.
No, it smells kind of like I'm not sure if anyone's ever smelled a like lizard cage, you know, like a terrarium.
Oh, yeah.
That's the stink.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
there's something out there.
It's coming off from this direction here.
Maybe the
That
layer,
direction.
maybe the layer of this thing.
It could be.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
was
turn
thinking.
around and say, "All right, Reagan, stay behind me, and march in."
What you can see is this. It goes down just like a slight amount. There's a very slight, like maybe 10, 15 degree the decline going down into what looks like deeper into this cave. And that's where the stink is definitely coming from.
I say we
All
keep
right.
heading there.
Yeah.
Okay. The way you guys are moving your characters too is perfect as well too. I really gives us a chance to talk about what you're seeing as you're going too. That's great. Oh, and Kane is left in the darkness. He's really considering like I could also make kebabs.
Making
planning a
some
menu.
sausage.
So, I don't want to in the middle of the dragon. You know?
So as you guys are making your way down, Jason, you're taking the lead, and you can see there still is that mist that's going through. But as you make your way in here, you can see there's a little bit of dust that comes down from the ceiling as well too. And you look, and the walls in here are certainly more fractured and less even than what the other walls were. Whatever caused that rent in the earth back there. Maybe this is, this part of the cave was affected by that as well.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Does the ceiling open up a bit more with regard to like this space we need to grow?
Yeah, this is in here. The ceiling is probably about 8 feet tall.
Mhm.
So it's sort of like the smoke is now not just like hanging around your heads from that torch. It's actually able to go up and accumulate up there. It's dank. It still is, and it stinks. The further you get down here, the more it stinks. The smoke does seem
stand up.
to be in some of the cracks and whatnot in the room, though. What are you guys going to do?
Jason, you want to keep going?
Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
onward.
Yep.
Okay. Which means
We've got a little side passage off here as well. Are we just
Oh.
gonna? are
Maybe we
ignoring-
You want to take a peek, Kane?
Yeah, we could have Kane be our flank guard out there for a minute.
okay.
Okay.
So, Kane, you're keeping an eye back, and now you can't help but hear that roaring that Malo had mentioned before. That
Guys, you hear it now?
Oh yes.
I
Is that coming from the side passage, Kevin, or up ahead?
That is coming from back where you guys were, from over here.
Okay, yeah. So
There's actually
down like
no sound coming from down here, apart from the footsteps of your companions.
does that sound like does that sound watery at all?
The roar?
Yeah, like a tumbling water sound. Or
Let's give me a d6 roll. I'm going to say there's a 50% chance of whether you've been around something like this before, maybe. Yeah. You know what? There's if you give me a cool description of where you saw a waterfall before, then that might be.
Yeah, well, we had a crude form of water power for working at the forge. We had like a trip hammer, and there was a little sluice, and we had a good volume of water getting through there.
Yeah, that might be it then. And that may also explain the condensation and whatnot in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you can see ahead there, guys, that's all fallen rock on the ground.
Uh-huh.
And then over here, it appears that there is a pile of debris and bone.
Mm-hmm. Well, we definitely should inspect that. And then,
Yeah,
we
let's
should check that
see
out.
if we can figure out what sort of
Check out
creature
the
made those
floor also
bones.
before you get over there.
And Kevin, I'm keeping an eye on the ceiling. I'm assuming Jason is looking ahead. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that ceiling could be dodgy?
Okay, so
couldn't it?
stop there.
yeah, great.
What I need is Jason, Malo, and Reagan
Mhm.
to make a avoidance save. Oh, but Iphigenia, she really wants to make one too. So sounds good.
that's a neat point.
Iphigenia, so I need all four of those guys to make a save, an avoidance save. And Reagan, I'll let you roll twice and take the better result because you were watching. Malo succeeds.
Yeah.
Ugh, Reagan fails. How about Iphigenia?
It's not dodgeable magic, is it?
No,
I think it's the ceiling.
yeah,
Yeah.
ceiling's collapsing.
It's rocks. Yeah. Look out!
Failure.
Rocks fall.
I'm
right.
even watching, and yeah.
Okay, so as you guys get in, yeah, the whole thing kind of shifts for a moment, and then rocks come tumbling down. And let's see here. So the only one who succeeded was Malo. Malo, you take 5 points of damage from falling rock.
I'm going to jump out of the way of this completely with an astonishing fortune point
Good call.
by
Good call.
actually jumping up onto the
Yes.
debris as
Okay,
it falls.
so
Could
you
I do
get
something like that?
See
all
what
right.
it is? It's because it's Conan. It's actually polystyrene. You're astonishingly fortunate that the polystyrene bounces.
Okay, Jason. Oh God, 8 points of damage for you.
Oh, it's no big deal. I still got like half the
Nothing.
difference. Yeah.
For Iphigenia, 9 points of damage. Do you want to spend that astonishing fortune?
I really haven't earned any, so it's fine.
No, you guys all
We
got
got one.
Yeah. Everybody's got
Okay,
one.
I guess I will. All right.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to. You can just take 9 points of damage if you want.
No, I don't think I was going to take 9 points.
No, don't do it. Do it. Spend
Yeah.
that
Okay,
fortune.
and then Reagan. Oh fuck! 11 points of
Holy
damage.
shit.
I'm jumping back again. Not,
Astonishing fortune.
otherwise, I'm dead. So yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So this comes collapsing down in front of you, and all three of the people at the back, the two women and Malo, deke out of the way as this collapses down. Jason is clarked by one big chunk, but fortunately, it was just a like part of the ceiling sort of collapsed in. Once that initial rush happens, it does seem as if it's stable, and Jason, you can continue your way up towards that area. Now,
Jason, you okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
All right.
God,
Just made
clock
him
a
mad
little bit.
now. They've just made him
Oh
mad.
yeah.
That's. I step back.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Just for a second, you can see the kind of flash in Jason's eyes, and he pulls up his shield and bites down on the rim like a dog with a frisbee, and holds it there for about 5 seconds, and then he's okay, and he lets it go. And
I turn around and say, he's all right.
yeah, I'll be okay.
all right. So what you guys find in there is a rubble pile that basically seems like this thing's nest. Within there are bones, bone fragments. There are skulls, which seem to be the skulls of There are maybe 2 partial skulls which seem to be the size of men, and then there is one that is much larger than a man. Still simian in appearance, but much larger than a man.
Mhm.
Also within there are 10 copper pieces,
Cool.
9 silver pieces, 3 electrum pieces, and 1 gold piece.
I'll take it.
In addition, someone give me a D4 roll, please.
Arlen, you want to do the honors?
Sure. Oh, Amar
Alright.
got it.
1, okay?
Oh, fine.
Thanks, Amar. And then would you kindly give me a D33 roll?
Nice.
I love using roll 20.
Yeah, that's great.
Nice. Okay. Oh, cool. There is also in there a tube, which Malo and Iphigenia would recognize as a scroll tube. So it seems like some poor sod who fell afoul of that creature was a caster of some kind.
I'll pick it up and hand it to Iphigenia and say, you're better at this than I am.
Yeah, I guess I could check it out, see what.
Okay. So what this is a scroll of spider climb.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, that could be handy. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Apart from that, and the leftover detritus and the fallen rocks, of course, there's nothing else in here of interest. Although it does appear that it extends a little further down.
A little bit nervous about heading down there, considering.
The room does seem unstable.
Yeah,
Do we
Yeah,
want to go?
maybe back around where Kane is at?
I'm fine with that.
Like,
Okay. So what would you guys like to do now?
I'm gonna head back toward Kane.
Yeah,
Kane and
Whatever he's
follow-
hearing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of water that way. That seems like something
Yeah.
we might want to hold on.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and start moving yourselves. Ooh. Looks like there is a passageway through there.
Are we
Yeah,
going?
So
So-
it's this way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so we got one to the north and one where I'm standing down. Do we investigate the water, fellow adventurers?
Is that where
I-
Kane is?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Kane. He wants
Then
about
allow me. Alas, I have no source of light.
That is exceptionally bold of you to go charging forward into the darkness. Though.
Right.
There is a hitch with my cunning plan.
Okay, especially knowing that there's that crevasse out there as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your lock, fading screen.
So it just does it just end there? That little.
Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, I got up there.
It looks like it kind of snakes
Oh,
around.
I
Yeah,
see. Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Ah, yes.
Oh, I
Now
see
I
the
see.
edge of a hole in the ground. Oh, this is the. Is this? Have we come back where we were? We've circled round.
think so.
Yeah, the-
I don't know. We might have.
I think
Yeah, the
I think
crevice is
this
right
is
here, right?
the crevasse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say that's exactly why I love this dynamic lighting thing? It's
Yeah,
so
that's great. No, I love it.
Okay.
So
We
we can try
have-
to make a way around it if there's if we can.
Yeah, very carefully.
It
We have
is only
circled
about,
round.
10 feet across at the widest, so you could try and jump across it.
I think we'll
That's a
start
great
with going
idea.
around.
That's
Will, that look is terrific. Like, no, dumbass, we're not doing that.
Yeah, pretty much. I was thinking, my monk might be able to do it, but yeah, it's still not a good idea.
Yeah,
Is it-
I can leap pretty
is this
far,
the top
but
over here?
I don't see why we would do that if we could go around.
Okay, now you can see that there on the far side of the crevasse there, it looks like it opens up into another cave to the left there.
Uh-huh.
Which way?
To your left, if you're facing, I guess. I'm picturing you
And where
facing.
did Kane hear the waterfall from? Does he
The
let us
water
know?
is coming from further down here.
Right, like
I
this?
think that's the direction we want to go in.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now there, what you see heading down, oh my. It looks like there are stairs going down. Now just, okay, everyone stop moving their characters for a moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
What I need Kane to do is give me a dexterity test, please. Not a feat, just a dexterity test. Oh, no, sorry. It should be on your character sheet.
D6.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it'll be a D6 check.
Oh, it's a D6.
Yeah, roll
is it?
D6. Yeah, D6.
Oh,
And what's your dex?
Dex is 13.
So that's not enough.
Okay, so Kane slips and falls
Oh shit.
and goes sliding off into the darkness.
Oh, nice.
Kane.
Ah!
Disappears out of sight.
Okay.
You look down, you can see that like this area, the stone that makes up this walkway down is incredibly slick, and I'm assuming someone might test it with their foot. And if you think of like polished ice, that's how slick this is. And if you're careful, you should have no difficulty going down.
Be careful!
So, Kane, you are prone and in perfect blackness right now.
Yeah.
And you get the sense again, like your other senses are kicking in. You feel like you're in a much larger room.
Kane.
Have I stopped
okay?
sliding? Have I stopped sliding?
You've stopped, yeah. You
Oh,
are
okay.
right. I'm not sure if you can see your token or not, but you're right here.
Ah.
Kevin, it looks like there's a kind of second passage off. Is that slip two or?
Yeah, it does look like that, eh?
Yeah. Could we
That's-
go down that way?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think you probably could.
All right.
Hold on.
Onward.
Okay.
I see it.
That's not where. I don't think there's anything else down here. Is there?
Well, I don't know. It looks like we're up against something that we can't
Yeah.
see through,
Yeah.
but I don't know if.
Okay, let's hear.
And now the oh, there we are. Okay.
Ah, it's a wall.
That's- I have a feeling we are not going the same way as Kane
That's
went.
Kane.
I don't think so, but I'm guessing that
Hey,
Kane.
Kane.
hey.
You took your time.
Oh, there we go.
It's a good guess. We could have just gone back and slid down if we were.
Yes, you should have come down the slide. Oh, but there's a nasty hole there. Good thing I stopped.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So from the footsteps and from your voices, you can hear that this cave that you're in is much bigger than the one you were in before.
Mm-hmm.
The sounds are echoing out. The ceiling, you can't even see where the top is at this point from where the torchlight goes.
And now, do we hear this?
Now, Amar,
sound of-
because you are so nimble, I'm not going to make you make another dex check, but the slick, stone, the glass stone, I guess, it extends all the way down to where you are.
So basically, where those hash marks are,
That's right. Yeah.
I'm tracking.
So is Amar like barefoot and doesn't wear gloves?
No, he wears gloves. He's got a cestus wrapped around his
Okay.
hands. Trying to think. does
Okay,
he
but your
walk barefoot?
fingers are. Right, cool.
Okay. So you can see it extending out even further.
And this off to our side is another crevasse.
It is.
So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
last- That's
So
right.
if you go to that side. Reagan, why don't you move to the edge there? Perfect.
Ah,
Now, the crevasse, guys, it extends like it's about 10, 15 feet across at this point. But the other side there is actually 30 feet down.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
See that, and you can look down. You can see that there is the other side there, and it looks like the other side is also there's some kind of like roots or something that have grown down and are twisting around down there.
huh.
All right. So coming down from the ceiling and
Yep.
yeah.
Now, give me 1 second to check one thing before we continue.
How much bonus XP we're getting?
Yeah, that is exactly it.
how much damage do I need to do to wipe them all out?
That's right.
Okay, so, who's at the edge there? 1, 2, 3. Interesting.
Not it.
Robert, you're really getting a welcome to the first session.
Character finished with the lead.
Okay, so what I need you to do is, would you kindly give me another? Let me see what the save. I think it's going to be avoidance. Let me just double check here. There we are. Yeah, it'll be avoidance. Give me an avoidance save, please.
Ah,
Yes. Oh, that's Kane, though. I need Reagan to make one. Oh, 5? Is that your roll?
yes.
Okay, so as you guys are looking down over there, one of those vines whips up, and it's 30 feet down. You're lucky. So what happens? This vine reaches up and then basically whip cracks about 5 feet away from where you are, Reagan.
Huh.
You
I don't even, no, like,
it's suddenly moving, and then it seems to like hang back down, and then it sort of retracts back up to down where that is. So what you can see is that those vines basically cover the entrance down there.
I'm banking that save, man.
Yeah,
Save.
yeah. You know what? Kane sort of like he saw it coming and jumped in, pushed her back.
anytime Reagan's like, did something happen?
Don't
So-
thank me, it's what I do.
What would you guys like to do?
What direction do we
Wow.
hear the waterfall coming from? I guess is the first
Waterfall is
question.
coming from over here.
Ah,
Are you not alarmed by this living plant?
And the plant is basically in this area. The
Yeah, it seems to fill the what you can see there. So I'll move Reagan over a little bit so you can see the contours of it. But there you go. You see how the
Mhm.
it's about a maybe 10, 15 feet entrance there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna step back from that damn thing.
I
I'll
say
step
we-
away.
I say
Okay.
we going for the water, and if we feel like coming back and dealing with the plant,
Yeah.
we can.
yeah, we'll
Right,
worry.
or
about that.
we might find a better way to get to it as well.
So it's down this way. So,
Kevin, was that crevasse still looking like a bottomless type of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or at least you can't see the bottom. You know, your torchlight extends 30 feet and you can't see the bottom of it there.
Nobody wants to drop a stone down there, you notice. No one sort of like chucks anything down the crevasse.
I'm okay with that.
I feel that's deliberate. It's not an
Yes,
accident, is it?
that's right. We don't want to wake up Cthulhu.
No, we don't want to go.
it's actually just the mouth of Cthulhu.
Okay.
I just got to grab the door. I think
Marlo?
my daughter won't answer it.
Yeah.
Sure. Malo and Reagan both stop.
Okay.
Malo, what is your AC?
6.
6. Okay. Oof. Reagan, your AC is a 6, right? Oh, is Robert there?
I'm here.
Okay, so your AC is a 6?
Thanks.
Okay. So what happens is, as you are making your way through the cave there, I'm just going to move Iphigenia and Yason up just so they're in the light. Something enormous drops down from the ceiling, hits the ground right next to you, and you hear the snap of a vicious pair of jaws. Yeah.
Very tiny.
It honestly looks like a fleshy and tooth-filled stalactite.
Oh, nice.
But with what drops down next to Reagan, unfortunately, did hit, which means she takes, oh boy, come on, roll low. Roll low!
What is this place?
5 points of damage as this thing chomps down. And I think what I'll get you to do, Reagan, is give me a strength test, please.
Strength test. So that's the D6.
Yes, please. Nice. Okay, so you stand. You this thing sort of like chomps on you, and then you jerk to the side, and it drops to the ground. You don't fall prone though. So what I need everyone to do is give me a. Let's see here. Who is in charge of surprise still? I think it's still. Who's rolling surprise? Robert.
So Robert, I think it was Robert.
Robert, go ahead and roll surprise.
Oops.
Not surprise. Awesome. Then Arlen, you're going to roll initiative, but first let's declare actions, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
How big are these things?
They are about maybe about 4.5 feet tall or long.
Sorry, I'm
Nice. Okay.
Let's see here. And Kev, remind me, I think I heard from the last session you were doing, there is a tax of opportunity.
There are, yes. Yeah.
So basically, the move that I did with Caravel would probably have caused him to die. Okay, got it. So let's see here.
Holy shit, Reagan is pretty fucked up there.
Which is on the first level.
Okay. All right. So now let's roll initiative, please. I got a 3. So Yason beat my 3.
Yep. I got a 4.
Oh no, you
Right.
need to roll it because you rolled beforehand.
Oh, okay. Will do.
Here it
You
comes.
can do it.
Boom!
Better.
Nice.
Nice.
You guys are up first. These things will be meleeing. So we got Malo, Reagan, and that's it in melee.
Okay. I'm gonna take a hack at it with my scimitar.
Your +2 scimitar.
Yeah.
What did I actually
so,
roll here?
This thing, you cleave it like a piece of firewood. Gone. It's yeah.
I keep hitting it.
Yeah. Okay. And let's see here. And then it is, I guess, Reagan. What are you doing?
Swinging at the one next to me that just took a chunk out of me.
Here it comes.
And
It's AC 9 now. Do you really only have +3 to hit?
I think so, because my strength is only a +1.
Oh, and you rolled an 8. Never mind that. Yeah, the roll was pretty bad. Okay, so unfortunately, that is, I think you're just thrown off, like off kilter. So this thing is still able to try and get you. Now, give me 1 second here. And I think their subsequent attacks are a lot less scary than that first drop attack. Yeah. Okay. So although this thing, its jaw now sort of turns. Imagine like I'm picturing this kind of like an alligator head without a body. Is this snapping at you, and whoa, it comes very close to it, but you're able to deke out of the way, and it misses. Next up is missile. Any missile? Nope. Magic. Who wants to work some?
Yeah, I was going to use the scroll to cast Spider Climb on Amar.
Is Spider Climb on your spell list as a necromancer?
No, it's like a 10% miss chance or something. Failure chance.
Here, we'll take the opportunity to figure out how scrolls work, because once we look it up, we won't have to do it again.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So whilst Kevin's looking it up, do any of you guys know the to hit bonus? So I've got a strength bonus.
Yeah.
But then down with my weapon, there's another bonus. Has that already got the strength factored into it?
To hit, you mean on the character sheet I sent?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has the strength bonus to hit already factored in.
Okay. So I just look at my great hammer, and that tells me everything I need to know.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the chance of success is the same as a thief of equal level attempting to read scrolls, which means, and this is an optional rule, but I'm fine using it. Actually, no, you can't. Then, first level thief has 0 chance to read scrolls, so this is unfortunately not within your wheel.
So it has to be on your list. You can't cast it.
Yeah, it has to be within your school. So you curse magicians.
All right, sit there and twiddle my thumbs. All right.
Well, no, I mean, like you would have known that, right? So,
okay.
Yeah, your character would have known that just because we didn't. So, did you? Is there something else you would have done?
It probably. Well, are they on? If they're on the ceiling, I could have done missile, but that's fine.
Well, no, they fall to the ground.
Those are the only two. There's none up on the ceiling.
You haven't looked.
There's no more on the ceiling.
You haven't.
Look at the ceiling.
Yeah, see if you can find any more.
Remember, the ceiling is quite high here, and the torchlight does not extend to it. So,
Oh,
Mhm.
interesting.
Okay.
I
guess I can move up to where Iphigenia is, and
the space is 10 feet, right?
right. So I can move. I can move, and then the next phase I can attack.
You can move and attack on the same phase.
But she's like more than 10 feet, 15 feet away, I think.
Well, it's I see that as 1 square away. She's half away. Well, you're about 20 away, 15 to 20. What's your move? Because you can move half your movement.
Yeah, it's 30. My move is 30. So
Okay, so no, yeah. So you're doing nothing?
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll move up to her, but I can't do anything.
Okay.
I do like to move up.
Anyone else moving first phase? Go ahead. Okay. Kane, are you moving up as well?
Can I get?
You can move half your move.
My move must be 30, so I can move 3 squares. So
No, you can move. Each of the squares is 10.
Oh, they're 10.
Yeah, so you can move 15 for the first phase.
So I can't get there then, really. So I'm about.
You could move halfway there in your next
I don't know.
next
You're
turn.
close.
I think I'm about where.
Okay, so everyone's running in on this thing.
I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, so second phase. No. Oh, melee. Kane, your melee second phase. Yason, your melee second phase.
Yep.
Amar, your melee second phase. So any of you guys can go ahead and attack.
I think I'm too far out.
You can move 15 on your second because you can you split your move up into 2 different phases.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay.
10 AC 10. No, that is unfortunately not good enough. So Yason, it's all or not Yason. Kane, it's all down to you.
Oh,
And you drop this thing.
what? This didn't work. Seems to be plagued with this. It's cup.
Oh man.
I'm pulling a Robert. Malfunction.
You know what that one will be is it. You look a lot tastier than what Reagan does, so it'll attack you next turn. That's what I'll say the nat one means. Okay, so that was a bunch of melee. Anyone else?
Do we have? Is that the second phase or the first phase?
Second phase.
All right, then I get my melee attack because I moved last phase and
Yeah, go ahead.
melee.
There you go.
There you go. Go ahead and roll
Nice.
that.
Ooh,
For Amazonia.
that's how
Dead.
you do it.
Awesome.
Wow. All right. Now, I think that Malo and Amar, you may have, not Amar, Malo and Iphigenia, you guys have had some fairly esoteric knowledge, like esoteric studies. Why don't, I'm going to say on a 3 or less on a D6, you will know something about these things. So each of you guys go ahead and give me a roll. Oop, I'll just take the
Yay, Malo knows. I rolled the wrong thing.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so Malo, you have heard about these things,
Mhm.
and they've got a bunch of different names. You know,
Has Roper's one of them?
no, because ropers are on the ground.
Oh, right. That's
With
right.
Piercers.
Piercers, yeah.
Piercers.
Nice.
Now, what you know about the piercers is that they do tend to. They are not solo hunters. They tend to hunt in packs.
I've encountered these things before. There's
You've read about
more of them.
More.
Yes, must be careful. They're in the darkness of the ceiling.
So you're looking up, and you know the. Unfortunately, the torchlight doesn't quite extend to the ceiling. You can really see maybe the tips of the stalactites that are hanging from the ceiling. I saw a tweet from Chris Perkins earlier this week how he has to go through the stalactite thing every time.
Oh,
Same fucking thing. I
It's
always
the-
like might poke you in the butt.
I never heard that one.
Yeah,
That's
what I
good.
heard. Stalagmite poking you in the butt.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so yeah, you can see the tips of these things, but it's really tough. Like looking down at the fallen creatures, they look identical, if not for their maws being open.
Hmm.
So how would you guys like to handle this?
No one has the ability to generate some kind of magical light, I'm assuming, at a distance.
No.
Well, we might be
Virginia.
able to throw a torch towards the
Mhm.
ceiling and see if we
That's-
can, get
I
one.
think
of
it's
the-
worth doing,
drop.
yeah. That's a smart idea.
All right. I'm gonna hold out my torch towards the one, and I've got some extra torches, light it up, and then just sort of heave it up towards the ceiling.
Sure, let me do this here. I'm gonna, because it may not go out. So why don't you do this? Now have light as well. Okay, so ping on the square where you're going to throw it.
How far can I throw it towards? About here? Just sort of forward in an arc.
Basically, what I'm gonna do is it like each of these things is a 10 by 10 square. I'm gonna allow you to sort of toss it up in one area.
Okay.
And I'll let you make I'll make some perception checks for you guys for that area.
Then I'm gonna do right at the front of the group, right about here.
That's where you're moving.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on.
Yep.
That's
So as okay, you guys might want to stop moving.
Jesus.
Jason moves up and like I'll throw the torch up, and you've got the torch in hand. You step forward to toss it up.
Right more.
You. Two of them drop down.
Oh, shit.
Fortunately, they again maybe because of the torch, you had it out in front of you, so they misjudged it. They missed you. Hooah! I'm not going to make you guys roll for
Right.
surprise because you were keeping an eye out for this stuff. So we're just going to do initiative.
Great.
Are we?
Very good.
So for those of us with multiple attacks, does this count as the next round of combat or a new
Yeah,
combat?
I'm fine with that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I rolled a 1 for initiative. All you need to do is beat my 1.
We got to declare, though, right?
Claire.
Oh yeah, declare first, right? I'm so eager to try and kill you.
I know. Give us a chance.
It's such a different way of I actually like this a lot better than the individual initiative and then deciding what to do.
Yeah.
But okay, nice. I mean, you know, Jason, if what your goal was to discover where these things are, this is achieving that goal.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Jason,
it works. It's
Jason's
very
lowest score is wisdom, so I think rushing in
Now
and
make
just going for it is probably his MO.
Totally.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
you really flushed them out, man.
Run laps back and forth across the cave.
Cap, just to make sure I'm doing this, I'm making the right choice here. Am I close enough to attack one of them yet, or do I need to move?
Well, you can do a partial move.
Yeah. So I can do a move, a half move, and a melee, and then a melee.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so I'll change that. Hold on a second.
I think you can actually double up your attacks. I think you can do like move and then do both attacks first round. If you guys have 2 attacks,
Oh, really?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's okay. So yeah,
the timing chart here. Oh, where'd it go? The chart's
yeah,
out.
you're right. You're right. Move half and attack times 2.
Yeah, so you can like front load your phase with all your attack.
Right.
So what do you call that then? You just call that melee, do you? If you do half move.
It's assumed you can move on your melee. So you know
Yeah.
the only
All right.
Half move.
thing that matters for whether or not you're moving is attacks of opportunity. And we'll keep that at things. Nice.
Then yes.
Yeah.
Done. Okay.
There
So
we
you
go.
guys are up first. These things are snapping and snarling towards Yason. Who wants to go first? Who's meleeing first?
I'm right in the thick of it.
Yeah, go for it.
You got start.
Okay. Boom. Okay, that's
Nice.
1 hit. That's 1 dead piercer.
Nice.
And I can attack both of them from where
Oh.
I am, right?
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, not so good.
Oh, you were just thrown off balance by that first, and you swing back. Okay.
And
I'll-
then here we go. We got 2.
that unfortunately does not.
Okay.
It doesn't look like stone. It seems as if it's got a stony hide to it.
Interesting. So I'll do my second attack.
Oh, and yeah, 1 more dead piercer.
Cool. As I slash through it, I then lay down on the ground and go to sleep. Because unfortunately, as I told Kevin, I have to leave a little early today to go to an event. So sorry guys, but I'm gonna watch the rest of this later. So please survive.
Yeah. Watch the game tape.
Yeah, I will. Exactly. Thanks, guys. That was super fun. Thanks, Kev. I'll see you next
Oh,
time.
of course, George. In 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
See you later,
Guys.
George.
See you, okay, everybody.
That's a good opportunity to point out how I'm planning on handling. If we're at a point where your character is out with other characters,
Yeah.
I'm basically going to try and you'll get half XP for whatever. Like you're going to get full XP because you played the full session. Hobbs's character will get half XP
Okay.
because we'll just keep them with the party and then try and keep them out of trouble.
That's great. That's awesome. Perfect.
But
All right.
Like guarding
Cool.
guarding the horses.
exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Cool.
Like, oh goddamn, short straw again.
Right. All right. Cool. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
I'll see you next time. Okay, so cool. That's 2 more piercers down. Jason, what are you thinking of your plan so far?
I'm thinking it might be good to throw the torch before I step next time.
So here's what I'm thinking is like, was your plan to just like toss the torch forward and see if anything falls, or were you trying to toss the torch up in the air and see if you can spot something in the air?
I'm trying to kind of arc it up as much as I can, sort of maybe like 10 or 15 feet forward and up as close to the ceiling as I can get it.
Okay. So here's what I'll let you do is basically like the square that's 10 feet in front of you, you can throw it up and then I'll make some perception checks the equivalent of spotting for the other party members to see if they see anything in that square.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
Go ahead.
aiming at I'm
Where
in
you want
the square right now. Pinging.
Okay.
Yeah.
You toss it up. Nope, no one sees anything up there.
All right.
They say
The torch is still good, right? I can go up. It's on the ground.
torch. You know what? You would be able to relight it right away anyway. So, when there's only one torch that's lit, that's a concern. But so yeah, that one does seem appears to be clear.
All right. Next square.
Okay,
So what direction do we hear the waterfall at this point?
direction is coming from down over here.
Maybe we want to be heading that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and where are you tossing it now?
I'd suggest.
Can I do a
there.
diagonal?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, then right here.
No, doesn't seem. Everyone says no.
All right. Stepping forward. All right. This one below me.
Okay. No. Everyone says
Okay.
they don't see anything.
Kev, what are these things? The 4 things on the left.
Those are pillars where stalactites and stalagmites have actually met.
Okay.
All right. Down to that square. And then again, the one right below me.
Nope.
All right. But I can see there's something down here, right? Another crevasse.
There is. Yeah.
There is. All right. Well, then I'll move into that square and see what I can see.
Okay. So what you can see is that the crevasse extends down again into darkness. And it looks like the crevasse, you can barely see if you hold your torch out at the very edge of where you're comfortable standing, you can see that there is a wall right here.
A worked wall, basically.
Is the water noise coming from down in the crevasse or on the other
Over-
side or over further?
It's actually coming from here.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like there's a path around this way.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Possibly very slick. I don't know what those symbols.
Yeah, that's that slippery stone, man.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go try to throw the torch to right about where the slippery stone starts, right there.
Okay. I will point out, I didn't design this map, but I fucking love whoever did. How much bullshit is that? Like, look where that extends.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Okay. Still
Yeah,
nothing.
I would say that Iphigenia at least is following the path that Iason has been quote unquote clearing, so not diverting from that path.
So what you can see is that as you're making your way along, again, holding out the torches as far as you can see that the edge of the crevasse is over here, but it does seem to carry on along the length, here. Now, for that, again, like you can move along that glassy surface without. It's only really when you're trying to move quickly or if you get in combat, that's when things get hairy.
Would we be better to like crawl across it? Would that give us a bit more traction?
You could, yeah. I mean, again, like I'm not basically what I'm mechanically, unless you are running, you're unaware, or you're in combat, I'm not going to make you make any dex checks. You guys will be able to safely make your way across, whatever. This is the doing the Frankenstein walk across an icy parking lot thing.
Yeah. Maybe you'd be better to get away from the edge as well when we, So if you do slip a little bit.
Yeah. Is this section like another wall?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, and can I still do the torch toss on the way down? All right.
Yeah.
Well then I'm gonna do this next square.
Does not appear to be anything.
All right.
There's no one stopping.
Then I'm gonna move into it.
Bold move.
I know. If we get into combat, I'm gonna be in trouble, but that's why we're doing the torch thing.
edge?
What's that?
I said, why didn't we go along the other edge?
Well, I'm moving over there.
No, I meant to the east as you look at the map.
Oh, because we heard water this way.
Okay.
You don't sound convinced, Will.
Yeah.
Well, the slick stuff, right, is created by water moving over these stones. I don't know if Jason knows that, but
Yeah, it's
Is there a slope here?
slick area is basically like where the limestone has basically turned into just like like oil. I guess it's super fucking slippery.
yeah.
So
All right.
all right.
Next
so you-
square.
Let's see.
Can you see if the stalactites are still up on the ceiling at this point?
No.
Oh, well then. It's I guess we'll make our way nice and slow over this and stop doing the torch toss.
I was thoroughly enjoying that. Robs would be kicking himself for missing such a truly old school movement. Oh, don't move another fucking square until we check absolutely everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Still moving slow, carrying the torch. Pick it up here.
So over here, this seems to slope a bit downward. And again, it's not sorcery. It's stink. Something stinks down there. But where you are here, this is where the sound of the waterfall is at its loudest. And it's like there's a thick billowing fog coming across from the crevasse. You actually can't, from where you are right now, you cannot see the other side.
Yeah.
But
Should we
So
go south and see it from here?
sorry, what was that, Robert?
Oh, I actually, never mind. Reagan will slide a little further south here.
Ooh, now what do you see there? Actually, don't know. Let me hit Control L. Oh, look at that. It appears about 30 feet down, there is another ledge. However, with that ledge, there's no vines.
I look
That
up
seems
just to make sure that there's no vines in the ceiling.
if you move closer, you may be able to get a better view.
Yeah. Somebody else like to come up with me, just in case. Thinking that is a no.
Okay. Yeah,
Can
it's
you say-
definitely the mist and whatnot that seems to fill this whole cave is coming from over that billowing out from below you and then across.
You said it's about 10 feet across the
Yeah, it's about 10 feet across the crevasse and it's about 30 feet down. The ledge is about 30 feet down from where you guys are.
and these are the ledges.
Yep.
Okay. What does the rest of the group want? Do we want to keep going around this side? See if there's. My guess is this crevasse goes the whole way around, and there's no way across except jumping, or if we put something across something.
well, and if it's 30 feet down,
Right,
it's
this is
going to be
Yeah.
really hard to get
Down, right?
back.
Yeah.
We might be able to jump. I mean, I think I can jump. I've got a leap ability that I think I could use to jump across, but I don't think I could get back with that. It's too high up.
I may only be a simple fighting man, but why would I wish to jump across?
Yeah.
There is no
I'm
maid. There is no fair maiden on the other side. Ah,
There's
and I
water.
see no ale.
There is water. There is water.
Ah.
Well, but we're smelling
But
something.
there could be water. There could be water like this. All this stone is sloping down, right? It's not sloping towards the crevice, is it?
It is sloping toward, I mean, very gently. It's maybe a 10, 15 degree angle, but it is going down towards that crevasse. And the edge of this crevasse as well seems to be that same kind of, late coming rent in the ground, the same way the other one was.
Okay.
Well,
What do you guys
keep
do?
Going towards the smell. Would hope that we could find another way across.
Yeah, I think we keep along the path and
keep
see if we can't
exploring.
come around I don't know.
Actually, actually, though, really quickly, Arlen, or I guess Jason, you said you had the feat that might let you jump.
Yeah, I have
How
leap.
far could you go?
My mighty thews enable leaps of 25 feet or greater.
Would from here to here is about how far?
Like across is about 10 feet.
From here to here?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, I could definitely make the distance. It's just that if it's 30 feet down, also
Well,
getting back up, I couldn't jump.
Are these the ledges, or do you mean like this ledge here is 30 feet down?
Yeah, the edge. The edge is where basically the level starts, where those perpendicular lines start. That's just illustrating the crevasse.
But this is the ledge here. That's 30 feet down. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Got it. Never mind then. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No, that's good.
Okay.
So I'm thinking if there's something up ahead that's making these smells, they've got to get water from somewhere.
Yep.
So it might not be at the lair, but that we could go forward into this area, see if we can't find something that's making the nasty smell. And then from there, that'll be our kind of staging area for exploring further.
No, I agree. Although if they can climb the ceilings, they don't have to worry about the ledge or the crevasse. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah, let's keep going.
All right. Moving up.
Okay. Now, would everyone give me a D6, please?
A D6.
Nice. Once again, Kane. Oh, Amar, make your hear noise check as well.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So Amar and Kane will both hear this. You hear the sound that sounds like shuffling. It would sound like the sound of like shuffling thin planks of wood, like, or perhaps like some enormous insect
From which direction, Kevin?
from further down in that cave. And then what you see skittering towards you.
There's something coming.
There's
Yeah.
something. So I'm thinking Jason's first instinct is to get off this floor, right? The slick stuff. So is there time to hop forward a little bit onto the solid ground, or is it roll initiative and if I get it?
That's what we see, guys.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wah.
And it sounds like there's quite a few of them. So what we'll do is we'll drop into initiative. I'm not going to roll. Well, I'm going to roll surprise for both parties. So because they actually may be, so they're not surprised.
I'm doing
I want-
surprise.
I wonder if we sort of like if you like lay down on the ground, whether they'd come sliding across and just slide straight into the crevasse.
They may have to make a dexterity check. Like what that's what it would be is them making dexterity checks.
Yeah, because they might not know about it, and we know we got the advantage in that respect.
Or we could try and draw them back the path we came and get the piercers to hit them.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you guys declare actions and then we'll roll initiative.
Kev, that first one, about 20 feet from me?
It's about 20. That's right. Yeah.
All right. Then I can move in melee.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Mala will just follow the lead as well too. Okay, so Colin, I'll take that as a move then.
Yeah.
So move, be careful from the back, missile, hold. Great. Okay, so then let's roll some initiative. Arlen, you've been on fire so far. Ugh, I rolled a 6. 6.
Two.
Nice. Now let me see what the initiative of these or the dexterity of these things are. Let's see.
Yeah, what's your dexterity, Arlen?
My dexterity is 13.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So their dex would be an 11. Does anybody have a dex lower than 11?
No.
Nope.
Awesome. So you guys are all going first then. So they are going to move and then melee. So first up is melee, which looks like
I
Yason.
think just me. Yeah. So I'm gonna rush up to this first one.
Yeah.
And let's go for it.
Nice.
It's
Oh
easy
man.
for-
Yeah. So you just splooch this thing. It really doesn't like it's big. It's about maybe the size of like a mid-sized dog. So it's not like human size, but it's big enough to be scary. So you squoosh this thing easily. But I think you can see there are a couple other ones that look to move it in.
Yep.
Okay. That was it for your move and melee. So then their move and melee. One is going to be able to get an attack on you. The others are only going to be able to. Actually, he couldn't reach you, so I'll have to do that on the move turn. So this thing comes running forward, tries to get a bite on you. What's your AC?
It's 5.
5. Okay, so then they have a THAC0 of 19, which means that does not hit. So you're able to keep your distance from this thing. It's snapping at you, but you're kind of dancing back as it tries to bite.
Yeah, I think I've got my torch out in front of me since these are cave dwellers. See if that helps at all.
Sure. Then that probably plays a role in keeping them off. Next up is Missile. Amar.
All right, so let's see here. Where's my deck character sheet gone? Ah, there she is. So yeah, let's roll that.
Ooh. Unfortunately,
Oh, no, that hits. I think that targets me because he rolled a 2.
Oh no! So roll that attack again against Yason.
Let's see. No.
Okay.
This arrow or bolt goes like right past your ear. Like, what? Same team. Okay, so
now.
is that it for Missile? I think, yeah. So no one's got magic. These giant cockroaches know very few spells, so they're not going to waste them right off the hop. That means we're on move turn. All the heroes get to move, then the cockroaches.
Okay, I'll move up first, but okay, I was gonna
Okay.
stay back for now.
Iphigenia, you can only move 15 for the first phase, right? Remember, each square is 10 feet.
You can't move your full move then if it just move.
If you just
over
move,
space?
you get to move half and then half again.
Okay.
So automatically you get to move half. If that puts you into melee, then that can be part of a melee attack. But
Yeah.
Gotcha.
if you're full moving, you only get to move unless you're running, I think. If you're doing move, then you get a bonus to your move.
Yeah, you don't want to run on this.
Okay, then it's
But
yeah, I don't want to run on this. Okay.
No.
So that's it there.
So Malo will move up as well. Amar shot. Kane, you were moving?
Yeah, so I guess we're fighting these things then.
Come on, guys, let's fall back. And everyone just goes, ah!
Crazy berserkers.
Yeah,
fighting
you had to
blood.
know with Yason in the front, there's no
Yeah.
going backwards.
Okay, so then the other ones will do their move. So we'll move him up here. And there. 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 All right, first phase is over. Second phase. We got Iphigenia. You got a melee, so you got a half move in melee. We got Reagan, half move in melee.
Mhm.
You guys go ahead.
Can I move to here or is that too far?
No, that's fine.
Okay, and I'll attack this one here.
Okay, give him shit. Die, vermin.
Yeah.
Oh, not quite good enough. I think maybe your boot catches a little bit of that slime still, and you misjudge the attack. Reagan,
So I don't have to melee if I say I can just do my move.
you can just do your move instead. Yeah.
Okay, I'd really rather not move up where a couple of them can hit me, so we're going to back up just a touch, and I'm going to drop the torch at my feet and hope it doesn't go out, because I'm
Okay.
going to try
Let's
to.
see. It does not go out.
Because I want to go to missile next round.
Okay. Malo will. I don't think he can get quite into melee with anything. So we'll just move him up to keep you safe, I guess. And Kane. Oh, hold on. I get to melee for these things. So we got that one's already attacked. We got one that's running up on Iphigenia. There's no way that hits.
Yeah, AC4, the shield.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so there's no way that was going to hit you. All these skittering things come racing forward. That one can't
We
reach.
promised to keep Malo alive.
Yeah,
Um,
I promised to try.
not related to anything necessarily, but can we use Astonishing Fortune to save another player?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay. So let's
I
check
think Malo will be all right.
on Malo. Malo's AC is, where is he here?
So
AC's a 6. So actually they all miss anyway. They're not super in the pantheon of foes that you will face. It may not surprise you to learn that the giant cockroach will not be foremost among the deadliest of foes. Okay. Do you have Iphigenia? Is your AC a 6 or better?
It's better. It's a 4 with the lamellar and shield.
Nice. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, you do this thing. One of them comes in and tries to get at your feet, and you jam your shield down and prevent this thing from getting at you. That's it for their melee. Then missile second phase. Doesn't look like. Okay, and then it's just the last second phase move, which I think is Kane. You have another move available to you.
Yeah, I just moved up.
Oh, did you? Okay, great. And then
Yeah,
these
yeah.
will go moving up. Okay, that is the end of the round, guys. Round 2. Let's roll initiative. I got a 5.
I assume that
But we have to declare first.
Oh, you do? Yes, of course. And I'll re-roll that.
So let's see. What do I want to declare?
Okay.
we have true fighter in this group who can.
Now, remember, Genie, you can declare to do both your melee in the first phase and then do a move in the second phase.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Melee times 2, then move. That's
'Kay.
fine.
Is there a true fighter in this group? Don't they have that special ability against lower hit
They
points?
do.
Yeah, Kane against
Yeah,
leather.
Kane is
Okay.
Yeah, these are definitely lesser foes. So, Kane, your attack rate is doubled, which means this round you will be making 4 attacks.
Nice.
Okay. Good.
And you can front load all of those as well. You can do all 4 attacks in the first phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the fighter. Fighter is awesome. I really do like how they make the base classes actually useful in the game.
Right.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
cool.
just like shitty, like, well, I rolled crap for my stats, so I guess I'm a fighter.
Amar, are you sure you want to charge over that slick surface?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah.
Where's the
Oh, yes.
Arlen, you're not letting me have any fun.
Well, I'm trying to keep everybody alive.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that, but
Yeah, you don't want to be like slide down into the crevasse and
Maybe you can hit just
down
right
to
there.
the.
Okay, are we ready for initiative?
We are ready. I will re-roll my initiative. I got.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
But I got a 6-2.
Okay. So first up is melee. Who wants to go on melee?
Yes.
Nice. Go ahead and wreak some havoc.
Oh,
I can do while you're doing that. I can
where's my? That's
you set up your. Is your weapon set up yet? No. Okay, so let's do this quickly.
that's got a +3 on it. So 12. What are they, armor class?
That's probably not enough. I think
So what was your total?
12.
Okay, give me one sec here. I'm just
AC 7 or 6 if he's second level.
what's the damage of your great hammer? 2d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Just gonna see if this works.
It works for you.
Oh, you know it's I think it's automatically adding oh, your fighting ability should be a 2. I'm just seeing how this actually calculates here. Plus 2 from the fighting ability. Plus 2, is it adding strength? It is. Okay, cool. So you don't add, all you add is your, I don't know if weapon mastery automatically calculates or not. There we go. Okay, so Colin, Kane's attack works now, so you can just use that if you like.
Oh, okay.
Can he keep
For
those
first
rolls?
attack, a 9 plus 3 is a 12. Your Thaco is an 18, which means it's AC 6. That is not good enough.
Right.
You got 3 more attacks against these suckers, so go ahead.
Let's just get this she up here. Boom. Oh, hold on.
It should be right.
Oh, there's the dice now. Right. Okay.
Boom. Okay, that's a miss, unfortunately. 2 more. That definitely smooshes one.
Oof.
14 points of damage.
That's it's nearly max. And
Oh,
one
you know
more.
what? Hold on. I fucked up one thing. It automatically. I didn't. It's the sheet is more takes into account more things than I realized. It adds your strength bonus in damage to it already. So those are just 3 more. Go ahead. Then it should be.
Oh, okay. Going ahead. Last.
Yeah, last attack, and boom.
I've rolled the wrong thing again.
Nice. And
I've got windows all over the place on this. Now
oh,
I
you can
can't
close
do-
down the pictures. I keep making those pop up. You can feel free to close down those handouts.
What did I get then? So I've done 2. Oh, what have I done there? 2 hits? No, 1 hit.
You need 1 more.
1 more. Right.
Yeah, 1 more. AC 5. Oh, so close.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, so yeah, you're slamming around and hitting these things, and you're probably like battering them to the side a couple of times, but it's only really one that hits with any, significant force.
That's
Whew.
not good. That's not
All
good.
right, but we have a couple other people doing Jason and
Yeah, just to make sure I'm doing this right. Kev, you said that it automatically calculates your strength bonus in the damage.
yes, it should automatically add that.
Well, then I will reduce the damage so that it doesn't look.
And then you only need to put in the damage of the weapon. Is that it?
Yeah, and I think that I haven't checked the weapon mastery thing, but it might actually auto calculate that too.
I don't think it auto calcs weapon mastery.
Do you have weapon mastery added for yours?
Yeah, so I've here. This is what I think is correct.
Let me take a look at
It's
the character sheet.
4 plus 1 plus 3. 3 for my strength. 1 for weapon mastery is manual, and then the D8 for the bastard sword for damage. So I don't think it calculates weapon mastery for damage or to hit automatically.
No. Oops. Yeah, it doesn't. Doesn't look like. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because you've got it described as bastard sword one-handed.
It might let me.
Like as long as it's adding the bonus somewhere, that's okay.
Okay,
So go ahead and make your roll.
so I did 1, 2.
Okay, 1, 2. All right, so 1 definitely is gone, and the other one, unfortunately, yeah, you cut along the back of this chitinous body, but it doesn't actually drop the thing. Iphigenia, your turn.
Yep. Okay, I'll attack the one that he injured first.
Yep.
Um,
Well, one of them is destroyed. Like he hasn't. It's a terrible roll for damage. But let's see here. However, there are some of them that do not have as much ace hit points. So one is down. Go ahead and make your second attack.
I can attack the other foe then.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay. All right. For Amazonia. See if that works.
Oh,
Oh.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
It's dead, so I'm not going to bother rolling the crit effect on it. Whew.
Nice. That actually worked. All right.
It did.
And I,
So I guess-
I get a astonishing fortune.
yeah. No, you do. Sure, that sounds good.
Well, no,
Uh,
I mean, I think I stipulated I had to actually hit the creature when I'm yelling that and do damage.
Oh, you did kill it, though.
Yeah. I know. So,
Okay. And next is, let's see here. I rolled for Malo. He misses on his attacks. Who is anyone else meleeing?
I'm missile.
Right. Oh, you're gonna missile. Okay, no. So then these things get to go on their missile melee phase first. So I got 2 on Kane and 3 on Malo. Gosh. So 2 on Kane. Those are 2 hits. And let's see here. Damage is so you take 5. Oh my God! You take 10 points of damage.
Jeez.
As these things are, it turns out they're pretty effective at sawing into flesh. Oh my God! But they miss Malo. Okay, so then missile phase.
I'm going to aim at the one right here.
Okay, give him shit.
Let's see here.
Oh, can I? Was that 10 damage? No, that was 2 hits, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have DR, then yeah, subtract that from the damage from each of them. And you
No,
do have DR 1, so it's actually only
Yes,
8.
that's only 8.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think I missed. It's AC 6.
Unfortunately, not good enough. It skitters off these things. Tough chitinous hide. Dang. Let's see here. Then it is magic. Anyone magicking? No. Move. Go ahead. Anyone who's just got to move. Looks
Yeah,
like
that's
I think Reagan's just going to stay right where she is.
okay.
and this is the first.
The first phase. Yeah.
The first phase. So I'm going to move to.
This will be the last fight of the day too, guys. I'm mindful of the time right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Somebody's behind us. Shoot.
All right. Then second phase. Anyone meleeing in second phase? I don't think so. Anyone got missile second phase? No. Anyone got magic second phase? No. Anyone moving second phase?
Yeah. So I'm going to come up here beside Kane.
Okay. All right.
Right.
So then, guys,
We can still do our full move, right? We can do our move.
a move. Yeah, second phase move. Go ahead.
And do we just do the half move or do we do our full?
Just half move. Every phase, you can only do a half move.
Okay.
All right. And declare your actions.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
And I'll start figuring out, assuming that you will not be felled by these cockroaches. I'll start figuring out what your XP is for the session.
Oh, that's the kiss of death, isn't it?
It really is. Count your chickens. Okay. we
Don't work mine out. Don't work mine.
Yeah, Kane, how much health do you have?
okay.
I'm 9. I've been reduced to first level.
You'll be all right.
I'll be all right. I've got an astonishing fortune as well.
Oh, did you guys update your character sheets with your hit points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Did you? Okay, yeah. So you're. Your tokens are not uploading properly. Then you should have. You have more than 11 hit points, don't you, Kane?
I had 17. Yeah.
17. Okay, so let me just double check here.
So I'm down to 9.
Let's see here. Okay, so the health on your character sheet. I'm just going to update that. 17. Boom. And then,
Yeah, no, I've got mine in my DM book here, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, the reason I'm going to ask just because we don't have a healer really anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But that way we can see how bad, like on the tokens.
Yeah. I'll have to visit this sheet and do all that stuff. I'm not going to be one of them dudes who don't do nothing between games.
Okay, so here we go. Initiative. I got a 3.
I got a
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Somebody's
man,
having
this guy's
fun.
on fire with the dice.
All right, guys. Let's see if you can deal with these
Yeah.
pests. Who wants to go first? We got 1, 2, 3 people doing melee. Kane, you have 2 attacks this round
Okay.
because the
Yeah, go ahead. Kane, go ahead.
Who's going?
you are. Kane.
Why don't you go?
All right. Okay.
You go ahead because if you
Not quite good enough.
Ah, man.
Oh, jeez. So you're knocking these things around, but it doesn't seem to be doing any significant damage to them.
Nah, they put me off my stride with that.
Damn things. We got. Let's see here.
yeah,
Yeah.
Take a shot. Ooh,
Nice.
that.
Okay, so that is
Oof.
dead. Another one down.
Yeah, boy.
We still have Iphigenia and Reagan.
I'm on missile.
Virginia. Am I not moving?
There you go.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess I couldn't move through that pillar. Okay, so I move up there, and I guess I'll attack that one.
Go ahead.
This one here.
And then Reagan, you can go ahead and make your attack as well too. If you're doing melee.
No, I'm doing missile.
Oh, missile. Okay, so Iphigenia
Yeah,
misses.
totally missed.
Yeah, shoot. Amar, you're in melee.
Yeah, let's see here. So let's roll.
And just as a reminder, you can front load all your. I see you've got melee. You could front load
Yeah.
all your melee in the first phase if you want.
Okay. So let's hit that one.
Oh,
And
hey, there we go. All right, so one more is down. There's still 3 more of these things, and actually, I think I need to make a morale check here. I should have made one last phase. No, they're still. They're really fucking hungry.
You gotta clean your ass there.
Okay, let's see here. Then I think is that it for melee? For our heroes, that means it's down to the cockroaches.
Can Mallow melee at some of the
Yes,
ones?
he can. Yes, someone give me a D20 roll, please. Let's see how Mallow does.
15.
Oh, that hits. And it's 1d8 plus like 4, I think.
Mhm.
I think so.
Yeah, so actually, to be honest, I think that's enough to kill it outright, but we'll just take
Five.
one down. Boom. So there's only 2 left. And we'll do 1 on Mallow, 1 on Iphigenia. They sense your sorcery. And they're hungry for it. But one of them is, like not anywhere close to getting you, Iphigenia. You're easily able to keep your distance. And against Mallow, Mallow gets hit. Yeah, 6 points of damage from Mallow. Good God.
So
he's on-
Iphigenia's like a warrior wizardy type then.
yeah, both of them are all
Yeah, both of us are warlocks, but he's a pyromancer. I'm a necromancer.
Ah, right. Warlocks, cool.
Cool. Okay. So that's it for the melee missile phase. Reagan, is that you?
Okay. Firing.
Amar, did you have a second attack?
I already
melee?
did my second attack.
You-
Remember?
Yeah, you missed.
Said I
Right.
could front load them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, unfortunately, that goes wide. That's not a low. Ooh,
Oh,
six.
my-
Okay. So that unfortunately goes wide as well. Then it is magic. No one's doing magic, I don't think. Move. No one's got move in the first phase, which means second phase. No melee. No missile. Any move in the second phase? No. Okay. So then we are done. Declare actions and let's roll some initiative.
I think I might know what I'm doing wrong, by the way. But
What's that? Rolling low?
Well, no, hold it over. It's saying something like 20 minus 1d20. I think I might have my.
Oh, you made everything set up. Hold on here. Let's see.
No, it's. I think it's doing it right because it's calculating the AC that you hit as
got it.
20 minus your roll.
Got it.
And
just
your
not
other
showing
modifiers.
there. Oh, there it is, 6. Yep. Okay, got it. No, I think it's right.
All right. Okay, great. Everyone's got their actions. Malo's going to melee again, front round. I only rolled a 1, so you guys are automatically going first because y'all got the higher dex. And everyone's on round 2, so it means 4 attacks from Kane.
Okay, take these 2 out.
Do I need to split them though, or can I move a little bit between each?
Oh, you can move between each. I'm fine with you splitting up your movement and your attacks. That's for everybody too. If you got multiple attacks, I'm cool with attack one thing, move, and attack another thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and take out this one that's getting at Marlowe.
Okay.
If I can.
Go. And missing.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Dang, nabbit.
The hell.
Make your second attack, I guess.
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go.
There we go. On the backswing.
Yeah.
Boom. Down. Virginia, you want to take that sucker down?
Do it.
Yeah, I can try to do it.
I feel like a Yoda quote coming on. Miss.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
no. So I'm making your effort to try and keep a discrete distance between you and this thing is kind of working against your attacks. You can't find a good opening. Who wants to go next in melee?
Amar's going to try and attack that last one up there.
Here we go. Scampers forward.
Yep. And then where's my character sheet?
Oh, gosh.
Son of a monkey.
Jesus. Okay, do you have a second attack this round because of the 2-weapon?
I do. Do you want me to go ahead and do it now, or do you want me to wait until the second phase?
No, you can do. I'll front load it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it now, and then does that?
Oh, gee.
What the crap, man?
Gosh, Lord.
I've still got attacks. I can wade in there, can't I?
You have 4 this round. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I can shunt over and see if I can fare
Just
any better.
Push them.
I'm not moving. Why am I not moving?
Oh, could be. Hold on. Let me move Marlo.
See if we can roll higher than a 6.
Yeah. Really
Yeah. Well, I'm moving. I'm moving anyway.
Okay.
So,
Here we go. Up.
nothing's working. Have I?
On your attack.
Okay. I got an error message. Do I wait or exit the page?
Wait, here. You know what? I'll click you on your attacks for you if you
Okay.
didn't
So
mind.
I need to refresh, yeah?
Yeah, maybe just hit refresh.
Okay.
If your Roll20 sometimes gets uncooperative. Let's see here. Where is he? Kane. There we go. All right. Boom. Great hammer.
No.
And great hammer. Down.
Oh,
Bam.
Yes.
All right.
finally.
So you finally take it down. Holy shit. And I think alone in the dark, a torch sputtering at your feet, some of you quite bloodied after the encounters with the piercers and the cockroaches and that giant lizard thing. We will call it a session and find out what happens again next time. But first, let's get some XP going. Let's hear this. We got a giant rock reptile. And you guys did uncover 1 extra hex, so you get 50 XP for that. Does anyone have any astonishing fortune points left?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, maybe just everyone hold. I can't see Carl. Everyone just type into the chat how many you've got left. Okay, so it's 3, 4.
My typing's not working either, so
Oh, how many do you have, Colin?
Yeah, just one.
Just one? Okay, so 5 in total. That's 250 extra XP for you guys. That's pretty good. So your and piercers. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. They're not in this. 2 hit dice. 1. Okay. Let's see here. And cockroaches. Those little shits.
Mm-hmm. I forgot to bring my can of Raid.
Yeah. My magical
yeah.
ring. And you found some treasure and that one scroll. I think that scroll is, I believe, worth like 500 XP.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
pretty sweet.
Cool, because none of us can use it, so we're probably going to sell it. Malo and I can't use it, right? So
Oh, right. You get your powers from some sort of pact with something, or
well, no, we have a book, but like the way I was reading, you have to find a scroll that is written in your language, so like necromancer language.
right, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So the total for today, for each of you, let me see, is there anything else you guys did today? I got the piercers, I got the cockroaches, I got the exploration. We got the role-playing bonus for the astonishing swordsman and sorcerer stuff. There were 5 of you playing today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2,
6 actually.
No, 6.
Right.
Very well.
Okay. 246 XP. However, anybody who is first level gained 492 XP. Because you get double XP while you're first level.
And does that include the 10% roleplay bonus?
Does not. You can go ahead and apply the 10% on top of the larger number, too.
Okay.
So there we are. Cool. What will happen to our heroes in the depths of this cave? What is the source of the sound on the far side? And will they be able to reach it? Or will they brave that angry hedge on the other side? I'm going to have to wait and see next time. So let me just get out of Roll20 and then I'll do the outro. Exit game. Camera back on. Stop sharing screen. Yep. And my camera's just not working. Not cooperating. Boom. There we go. We're back. Okay, cool. So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for episode 2 of our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign, Reavers of Tula. First off, I want to also mention that if you did enjoy the game, first off, you can find at a link below a way to get to the Northwind Adventures store. Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers is not available in most stores. However, you can get it from the publisher directly, and it is awesome. There's also going to be available very shortly a player's guide as well. So if the actual full game, which is beautiful, is a little too dear for you, there is a cheaper version in the player version. In addition, there is a link in the video to the description of the video to the charity fundraising campaign that we're running on the channel. That is something we're calling Heroes Save Villages. And this is something where we have paired up with the SOS Children's Villages International Charity. It's a really terrific charity that provides advocacy and direct benefits for children living in difficult circumstances and high need circumstances. If you click through, you can learn all about the charity. You can learn all about the campaign and some of the neat rewards that we have available. In addition, you click through, you can see some of the different rewards you can claim, which include adding NPCs to the session or to the campaign, giving astonishing fortune to some of our heroes, and up to and including me running an adventure for you. So you can learn all about that by following the link through. All the money donated goes directly to the charity. None of it's eaten up by any bureaucracy or taken by the channel. It all helps benefit their very good work that they do. And last but not least, I don't want anyone to feel obligated to go through. Just if you have enjoyed the session, if you enjoy the channel, I'd ask that you consider to click through. Last but not least, I want to thank the players for today. So the brave heroes who ventured forth into Hyperborea and survived yet another day. Arlen, Colin, Carl, Robert, and Will. Thank you so much for playing today, guys. And George, if you're listening to this later, thanks for playing as well.
Yeah, Marlo lived.
Hey, and I will see you guys again in 2 weeks' time. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session or the rules or anything like that, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings. That's plural, all one word. And you can also reach me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. That is it for this week. So, guys, I will see you guys again in 2 weeks' time. Congrats to anybody who hit the next level. I think George might have hit level 2 at this point. So congrats to him. Otherwise, we will see you guys back in this dank cave in 2 weeks' time. So thanks for watching and happy gaming.